Here are your 23 Cavaliers.
your LP Cavaliers hosting the 2-1 Plano Reapers. And Rick, looking at the long-term outlook, like we talked about last week with Woodstock North, if you're wanting to be another season where LP is playing into late October, early November, this is one of those games where it would behoove the Cavaliers to come up on the win column.
Yeah, there's a lot of the heavy hitters still in front of the Cavaliers as far as the schedule is concerned. This is one, if you look at it as a home game, as a team that they have never lost to since they came into the conference with them. This is one that you really, if you're looking ahead, this is one you got to put on the W column tonight.
And, of course, the Plano Reapers are saying the same thing on their side of the football field. They, like LP, are off to a 2-1 start. Plano opened with a 33-20 win over Ottawa at home. They then went on the road and beat Mantino 29-0. And last week they lost in a big way to probably their biggest rival, Sandwich, 27-7. Of course, LP got a road win to start the season over UT, then lost big at home to Metamora, and played a very good second half last week to get a conference win over Woodstock North. This is our third and final home game of this three-game homestand, Rick, and obviously would love to be 3-1 heading into the daunting road game next week with Morris.
Yeah, that's never a bargain to go to Morris and try and beat them. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
But first things first, I think if the Cavaliers have to look at a couple of things tonight. You might want to go back to the run, become a little bit more run-heavy if you're the Cavaliers, as Plano last week gave up 419 rushing yards alone in the ball game in the loss to Sandwich. And that's the other thing you have to look at is a young gentleman by the name of Waleed Johnson, who has rushed for 547 yards already this season, averaging 10 yards a carry. He's also caught 6 passes, and last week rushed for, against Ottawa, he had 19 carries, 213 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. So you know he can do it against a quality opponent. The LP's job tonight is you're not going to stop him, but you got to control him if you can.
Yeah, and LP won convincingly last year in Plano, and the Cavaliers winning big, 47-14. As Rick mentioned, the Cavaliers have not fallen to Plano since they started playing each other in the crossover matchups. That stems back to 3 meetings, including they played each other in the fall season of 2021 that was shortened by COVID as well. So Cavaliers, you mentioned on the running side of things, Brady Romanoli, after being really shut down against Metamora, found his game again last week, Rick, and got going for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, rushed for 99 yards in that ballgame, and on the season, he's rushed for 262 yards and 3 touchdowns. You know, you take away the game against Metamora where they just pretty much just shut him down. He's run the ball very well, and they have to look for him to get the job done. But LP is led in rushing by their quarterback, Brendan Boudreau, who's rushed for 358 yards and 4 touchdowns. And he's also thrown, he's 29 out of 47 passing-wise for 358 yards there. Excuse me. He's 358 yards passing on the season. So interesting for Brendan. He's got a little bit of everything going. He threw for 2 and ran for 2 last week, touchdown-wise, too.
Yeah, I think Romanoli, Brady's had some of the bigger runs as far as yardage, but consistent-wise, Boudreau has come up big for the Cavaliers. Even in the game, obviously, they struggled against Metamora to get anything going. We're going to start with our sponsor of our pregame show, and it is GAF in Peru. GAF is North America's largest roofing and waterproofing manufacturer. GAF is proud to be a supporter of the LP Cavaliers football team and wishes them good luck in tonight's game. If you're looking to join a great team, apply at GAF.com today. And we just had our coin toss brought to you tonight by Hometown National Bank. Don't leave your financial future up to the toss of a coin. Let the folks at Hometown National Bank help. They're your bank for life. The LP Cavaliers won the coin toss, and they chose to defer. So the Plano Reapers, Rick, will receive, and they're going to be moving north to south here to start the game on Howard Fellows turf and on your good old radio dial. So we'll see the LP Cavalier defense be tested right away with this Plano rushing attack.
I don't think it matters which direction you're moving tonight. There's basically no wind.
No.
The little wind there is kind of a crosswind, and it's negligible, so I don't think that'll be a factor. And we'll be checking out our game time weather shortly.
Yeah, we'll take a short break, and we will indeed. When we come back, we'll have our Town & Country Services game time weather. I'm going to pick my partner's brain for the James Hardy keys to the game, and we'll also talk about some other games that are going on tonight. LP and Plano, probably about 15 minutes away from kickoff, and you're home for Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO.
Her promises to save her clients the most, whether you're the one buying or selling. She'll be there from the beginning all the way to the closing. If you are looking for a place or are ready to sell, make the right move and call my mom, Sell Ellen, at Blackhawk Brokerage. Go Cavs!
Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle's a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a three-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
For us fans, it's pretty good.
It is a perfect night for football, and obviously we're already over a third of the way through the regular season and had so far had very good weather for each of the games, at least for LP. I know there's been some other teams in the area that have had maybe some rain and storms and lightning delays, but so far so good for the LP Cavaliers. Time now for our uniform description of the night. The Cavalier uniform description is brought to you by our friends at Family Pride Cleaners. Proud LP alum, Family Pride Cleaners takes pride in their work just like the Cavaliers. Follow Family Pride Cleaners on Facebook today. The Cavaliers, of course, in their home green shirts, green pants, white numbers with the red trim, the green helmets, and the red LP. The Plano Reapers, Rick, white shirts, black pants.
Those are actually purple pants, I believe.
Purple and kind of like Northwestern in a way.
A little bit. The thing I like nice is the white shirt with the nice black numbers or dark purple numbers on there. That very easy for us old guys up here to see.
Yeah, it's almost as if they asked our opinion about what would make.
Salle, Lincoln, Oglesby, Washington, Peru Parkside, Waltham, and Hanukkah bands. Directed by Mr. Jamie Apperson, Mrs. Jen Richardson, Miss Michelle Monick, Mr. Phil Whaley, Miss Amber Backus, and Miss Sam Farr. The junior high musicians joined the band for just one rehearsal on Wednesday evening and are excited to perform the Red and Green and the Star Spangled Banner for you tonight. The band would also like to thank all of our band parents and the LP Band Parent Association, the administration of LP High School, and the LaSalle Peru community for your continued support of the Marching Cavaliers. We would also like to thank the junior high band parents present for your investment and belief in the music education of your children. The band is so happy to be making music together with them. And now, get on your feet, clap, and sing along with your fight song, the Red and Green. Now please remain standing and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. The Marching Cavaliers are directed by Mr. Jeremy Stevens, assisted by educational staff members Jamie Epperson, Morgan Sarber, Martin Zerznicki, and Melanie Rockford.
My mom is Salle Ellen Creedy. She has taught us to be helpful, kind, and to support our community.
Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic back here at Howard Fellows Stadium. I want to thank, as always, Coach Jose Medina for joining us as part of our
in LaSalle's
coaches interview brought to you by LaSalle Body and Fender.
By the way, I saw Jose and his wife at the grocery store
today,
a few days ago,
yeah.
And there was a debate between husband and wife whether their son should be called Andy or Andre. Andres. Dad said that sounded meaner, so he thought Andres was okay. Mom says his friends all call him Andy.
Well, I know in the preseason interview, Coach Medina called him Andres.
Yes.
So that is the dad's choice.
Yes.
So Mom goes by Andy. Hopefully, we're calling his name a lot on defense because when he's on his game, he is a disruptor on defense.
He really is.
And, of course, he's playing a little bit on the offensive line as well tonight. So we'll see how he's going to be out there along with some other guys like Nolan Glenn, Danny Beavers. They're going to have to try to slow down this Plano defense and offense. We're going to see him right away again. LP won the hometown National Bank coin toss and chose to defer. So we'll see if Seth Adams can get things started with a touchback in tonight's opening kickoff, by the way, brought to you by Eureka Savings Bank. Eureka is proud to be part of this community, helping people just like you. Since 1885 and still the best place to borrow, the best place to save, Eureka Savings Bank. So here we go. We're ready right on time at about 7:15 kickoff. LP in Plano. Freshman-sophomore game, Rick. Another victory for LP.
Let's see if the Seth Adams touchback parade continues.
And what was the final score of the freshman-sophomore game? It was 20 to 14,
in fact,
right?
20 to 14, yeah.
Yep, Cavaliers are 4-0 on the fresh South level. There's the opening kick. It's going to go just short of the end zone, taken at the 2-yard line by the Plano Reaper returner. And he's going to be brought down at about the 17-yard line.
That's better than a touchback.
So a nice job by the LP coverage team. A couple of the Cavs I saw in the area were Joshua Bickford and Danny Beavers.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 18 where Plano takes over 1st and 10.
That was Nick Serio on the return for Plano. He's a wide receiver for the Reapers, number 4. So here we go. Plano's quarterback wears number 1, Armando Martinez. He is a returning starter for the Reapers. And Waleed Johnson is the name to listen for. Oh, we already have a whistle. Okay. I don't see any flags, but the head official might be a helmet issue for one of the Reapers players, so he's going to have to go out. That's Waleed Johnson, Rick.
Yeah, it's one play. You don't have to worry about him.
So I don't know what's going on with some with his face mask or helmet. So their top player has to sit out the very first play of this game.
Their next big rusher is their fullback, Cox.
So they do the jet sweep, and the running back breaks a couple tackles.
Flag in late.
Got to think that's going to be a hold from behind the play.
You would think, unless it's a face mask.
That was Amari Bryant with the carry. The head official from behind the play threw the flag. And it is a hold on Plano, or blocking the back. So that'll move the Reapers back. So auspicious start for Plano. Their star player has some kind of an equipment issue, has to go out. And on their very first play, they get a penalty on the run, and it'll back them up to their own 13-yard line.
Thank you very much.
Loss of 5, so not a 10-yard penalty, but a 5-yard.
Well, that wasn't half the distance either. Yeah. No, well, it's marked off from the end of the play,
yeah.
So it is a 10-yard penalty, but not from the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. Johnson is back in for the Reapers. And they're going to hand it off. First man threw off right side. There's a big pileup. And that was Johnson. It looks like number 0.
Picked up about 3 on the play.
Andrew Cox with the carry.
Oh, it was Cox.
Yeah, it was a 0 in the bottom of the pile. Their fullback. He got 4 yards, 3 or 4. Almost back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 11 for the Reapers. Cox is the fullback. Split off to his left is Waleed Johnson. And Johnson's going to get the pitch off the right side.
Got him strung out to the sideline.
Nice job. Brennan Boudreau was there. He kept his edge, Rick, and
gang tackled after that.
Nice job by Boudreau. Kept Waleed Johnson on the inside. He couldn't cut around the corner.
They see where they mark it. I think it's no gain on the play.
They gave maybe a half yard.
Half a yard, so call it a yard.
And one of the keys that Rick mentioned was to force this Plano team into a passing situation, and can't get much more of a passing situation here, 3rd and 10.
Waleed Johnson averages 10 yards a carry. So
you're right.
That's his range on the run.
So they'll split 2 receivers to the right. Armando Martinez under center as quarterback. He's going to drop back, rolling to his right, throwing. And it was almost tipped, but it goes. No, it was caught.
It was caught, but short of the sticks.
That was number 15, Caden Aguirre, with the catch.
Picked up
about
9 on the play.
So an interesting decision early on here for the Plano Reapers, for Rick Ponce.
Looks like the punt team's coming out.
Yeah, this would be a real dangerous call.
That could be suicidal to go for it there, unless you go on a fake punt.
Yeah, be careful if you're LP here. Also, don't jump off sides.
Yeah, watch for the hard count.
4th and 1, Plano at their own 27. Caleb Kennedy back for LP. Just inside his 40, and the Reapers will punt it away. It will take a
big
Plano bounce.
Wow.
Still rolling.
Almost to the LP 31.
Yep. So it ended up being a nice punt for the Reapers.
42-yard punt, no return.
We'll check our first Subway scoreboard update, brought to you by your local Subway in Peru, LaSalle, Spring Valley, Marseilles, Ottawa, and Oglesby. For a sandwich made with freshly baked bread and fresh ingredients right in front of your eyes, Subway, eat fresh. Sycamore up early, 7-0 over Ottawa. The state-ranked Sycamore Spartans taking on the Pirates. Of course, we'll see both of those teams later this season.
Ottawa's here for homecoming.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Always is.
Circus atmosphere. Some other games in the Interstate 8 tonight. Canelan at Woodstock, and Woodstock North hosting Morris.
LP's got to hurry to get this play off.
4 seconds on the game clock, 2 seconds, and they're going to have to call a timeout. I think we saw this last week.
Inexcusable.
Very first play, their offense did not get on the field until there was about 15 seconds left on the play clock.
Wow.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Did they?
Are they saying they started the
clock too early? Maybe.
Soon?
All right. Well, that's a break for Cavaliers.
LP got a break, but you got to be aware of what when that thing's ticking down like that.
Boudreau in the shotgun. Romanoli to his right, and a bad snap.
Oh boy!
Brennan picks it up at his 15. He's just going to take a knee and still got hit. Boy, you could argue that there's a helmet on the field. Boudreau was taking a knee, still got hit, but that's a big loss. So
from the 30-yard line back to the 14, 16-yard loss for Boudreau, but not his fault.
First time we've seen that this year, a bad snap.
Yep.
And Brennan saw 3 or 4 Plano Reapers chasing him down, and he was just going to take the big loss and not try to fire. Now we got the whistles blowing again. Maybe they're going to put more time on the clock, I guess. Kind of a rough start here for both teams. And
the officials, apparently.
The officials and the clock. All right, 2nd down and very long to go. The first down marker is at the 40.
I'd say there's about 26 yards or so to go for a first down.
And you're right, 2nd and 26 for the Caps. Boudreau going to hand it off to Romanoli, and he is met near the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That would have been okay if it was 1st and 10.
Yeah. Tackle down
help you.
At the 17, a gain of about 3 for Romanoli.
So third down and forever.
So let's see if the Cavaliers go ahead and go to the air, or they just get conservative here on this opening possession. We are 4 minutes in from Howard Fellows Stadium. No score, Cavaliers and Reapers.
See Cordell Wheatley, number 4, just checked in. He's a burner.
Oh, yeah. Josh Seneca split out right. 3 receivers to the left. Seneca to the right of Boudreau. Boudreau's going to pass.
You better get out of there.
He's in trouble and is sacked. brought down by Andrew Cox of Plano.
Back at the 12-yard line.
And Boudreaux had very little time. And the Cavaliers will go 3 and out on their first possession of the night.
Loss of 5 more on that play.
So Seth Adams will be standing in his own end zone. And Plano will have 2 returners with Nick Serio and Amari Bryant standing just inside midfield. LP with a late substitution. They have 5 seconds.
Short, yep.
And here we go. They got to get this off. Snap is good. No rush from Plano. And Seth's punt takes a bounce at about the LP 40 and still rolling. Splits
LP
the
got
Reaper.
A bit of a break right there.
Went right in between the Reaper returners, and LP downs it at the Plano 41-yard line. So each team's had an offensive possession.
47-yard punt by Adams.
And so far, the punters have been the story of this game. Both punters have shown up well tonight. No score, 6:55 to go here in the first quarter. As Plano has it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Saw 1 carry that first set of plays for Waleed Johnson. Sure to see many more tonight. Their quarterback Martinez under center. And
out as the fullback.
First guy through, and a first down run by Andrew Cox. You know, the fullback last week, and a late flag flies. I wonder if Cox was talking trash.
Could only hope so.
I'm thinking
that was about a 13-yard pickup.
Yeah, one of his teammates is really giving it to him. I think that's Waleed Johnson who's giving it to his teammate Cox.
That'll be 15 going back the other way.
Yep. So it really negates that big gain.
Well, here the question is, was it after the play?
Yeah, it was.
Because it would be a first down
right.
And then 15 the other way, but that's not the way they're marking it. So just a 15-yard walk-off from the point of the infraction puts it back to a first down and about 12.
Yeah, Cox with a nice run, and then he must have been jawing a little bit as it was a very emphatic flag toss by the official.
Yep.
And credit to Waleed Johnson. He got right into his teammate's grill there and was telling him, you just
can't do that.
Yeah, I'm sure he said other language, and now we have another whistle blow. So again, just
I'm thinking they may be debating whether that should have been a first down,
right? And
now should be, 1st and 25. But that's not what they're going to do.
Nope. Looks like basically 1st and 10.
Because normally, if you have a dead ball penalty, the play counts. Then you mark it off, and you get back to it would be 1st and 25.
They give it to their fullback again off a right tackle. That time it was number 32. Caleb Lopez. Now, they probably saw the film last week, Rick, in that first half, especially that fullback for Woodstock North found
he ran all over LP.
Plenty of yardage. And so far, the fullback position has had some nice runs for Plano.
Yeah.
That one goes for 6. Just running right up the gut. So it's 2nd down and 4. Plano would have had the ball inside the LP 40, but a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on their fullback, Andrew Cox. And there's a jet sweep to Waleed Johnson. He turns the corner, has a first down, and gets inside the 45 of LP.
He is quick.
And we'll see where they mark it as the Plano Reapers move the chains. They'll mark it down to the Cavalier 42-yard line, so a gain of 13.
Yep.
On that play by Waleed Johnson. His first carry wasn't able to turn the corner. That time he did.
First down of the ball game for either team.
5:41 to go in the first quarter as he stumbled out of bounds on that play to stop the clock. One receiver to the left of Martinez, 2 backs in the backfield. And one player goes in motion. They're going to pitch it to Waleed Johnson, who gets a block, puts his head down, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Gain of almost 7 on that play.
Will Murtis put a lick on him, but
make it 8.
Yeah, as Rick said, not until an 8-yard gain for Johnson. 2nd and 2 for the Reapers at the Cavalier 34-yard line.
A lot of pressure on the corners and on the defensive ends for LP to contain here.
Second down and 2 for Plano. 5 minutes to go in the first. Oh, the flag
Somebody
flies.
moved early that time.
That'll help. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Third penalty for Plano now for 30 yards.
Or actually, it might be, is it offsides in the Cavs?
Oh, they line up in the neutral zone. So it gives Plano the first down.
So first penalty of the night. And they mark it down at the LP 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Plano. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. No score between the Cavaliers and Reapers.
Plano has had all of the offensive impetus in this game so far.
Now they go with 3 receivers in this set.
Single wing now.
And he's going to pass. Martinez looking, throwing over the middle for Johnson. He overthrew
He was open, too.
Yep. Will Murtis was on the coverage.
There's a flag back at the 20-yard line. Let's see what that is.
They were looking for Johnson streaking down the center of the football field. And maybe an ineligible receiver downfield on Plano.
Or an illegal formation, possibly.
So it's going against the Reapers. So another penalty.
They also shouldn't be checking the check money there. Yeah, there's two receivers.
So we'll see how far this pushes him back.
Just a 5-yard walk-off.
So mark it back at the 34 of LP. 1st and 15. Of course, we'll be following some other games. Hall at Mendota, Princeton at Orion, St. Bede hosting Ridgewood, Bureau Valley home to Kewanee, Streeter home to Mantino, Fieldcrest at Tri-Valley, Seneca hosting Elmwood Park.
Homecoming up at Mendota today.
It is. There's Waleed Johnson, turns the corner.
Yep, they thought they had him, and he just turned on the afterburners.
Yeah.
Broke it, and I think it's a first down.
It was almost like LP was just running parallel with him.
Yep.
And Johnson finally just picked the right moment to turn it on, as Rick said, and he was able to turn the corner. And that's a first down carry for Johnson down to the Cavalier 13-yard line. So 1st and 10, Plano, as they are in the red zone for the first time this evening. Clock stops at 4:37 in the first quarter. And I've not seen Cox back in the game since that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
I think he did not make his coach very happy on that one.
Whistles blow again, and the back, was it a delay of game? The back judge threw the flag in the end zone. Yeah, delay game.
Wow. That's hard to do when you've got that play clock right in front of you.
Yeah. So a penalty-filled first quarter here so far. And that moves Plano back to the 18.
LP's got to dig in here. They've been pushed all over the field so far.
See if they can get a turnover or a tackle for a loss here. And they're going to go back to their fullback right up the gut, and nothing there.
Did you see Seneca, how quickly he was in there that time?
Oh, yeah.
He almost grabbed the handoff. Great play by Josh Seneca.
That carry was by number 32, Caleb Lopez, and he just ran into Beavers and Seneca. Nolan Glenn in the middle of that defense too for LP.
2nd and 15 here.
No gain on the play for their fullback. Let's see if they go back to Waleed Johnson.
I'd ride that pony until somebody stopped him.
And maybe another equipment issue for a Plano player. Noah Urich, number 3, Urich. So he'll check out.
I think that might be the same guy who had the problem before. No, that was Johnson.
Yeah, it was Johnson's very first play, yeah.
That's right.
4 minutes to go in this first quarter. No score yet, but Plano inside the red zone. And there's Johnson. He went outside, then cut it back in, and he's hammered down.
That's not his game.
And another flag. Nolan Glenn made the initial hit on Waleed Johnson, but another flag flies.
There was a loss of 2 on the play. So if it's something minor against Plano, you might decline it.
Yeah, yep.
Face mask against LP.
Oh, boy. So we'll see if it's a 15-yard walk-off. Nope, just a 5-yard. Still hurts because
you had a 2-yard loss.
Yeah.
And the down would have played. So now you're 2nd down and 10 as opposed to 3rd down and about 15 or 16.
So they move it back to the original line of scrimmage, basically, at the Cavalier 13. 10 seconds on the play clock. Oh, I think the official's saying they should have had more time,
Yep.
All right. 2 receivers to the left of Martinez. And he's going to throw, rolling left, throwing, caught at the 5, and he's going to get into the end zone, I believe, for the touchdown. They're going to say, yeah, he definitely got in.
I believe so. He's laying in the end zone.
That was Waleed Johnson.
That was Waleed.
From 13 yards out, so Plano gets on the board first, and it was through the air. Now, not surprising that Waleed Johnson got the touchdown, but a little surprising that it was on the receiving end of a pass. 3:16 of the first quarter, and Plano leads 6-0 over the Cavaliers. And
that's
here
his 7th catch of the year, his 2nd touchdown.
He is a weapon, and LP jumped off sides.
Now you wonder if they'll go for 2.
That was, Colby Bird is the kicker for Plano. A sloppy start here.
I should say.
Is there another penalty flag? Yeah, let's see if that changes Plano's mind or not. So far, it looks like they still have the same personnel out there. Yeah, let's see.
7 plays and 59 yards on the drive.
So they're going to kick it. Snap is down. The hold is blocked. Kick was blocked. Looked like Cameron Olivero got his mitts up and blocked it. So we'll see if that comes up big later. I know last week Woodstock North left some points on the board.
They did.
And that helped LP come away with a victory. So a block kick on the PAT. But Plano does draw first blood, leading 6-0 over your Cavaliers with 3:16 to go here in the first. And the Cavaliers about to get the football. Again, we'll be back on the air next Friday night, but on the road. And we'll head east on I-80 to take on Morris. And
oh boy,
Morris, of course, stayed rated and ranked, and they're at Woodstock North tonight. Morris beating Caneland last week. Sycamore up 14-0 over Ottawa.
I think Sycamore and Morris, the only 2 undefeateds in the conference.
Yeah, they could be on a collision course again.
Yep. Well, let's see if LP can do something offensively. You remember last time their drive was messed up by a bad snap out of the shotgun.
Ridgewood with a 7-0 lead in the second quarter over St. Bede. A new opponent with that new conference for the Bruins.
Yep.
Back deep for the Cavs, Romanoli and Wheatley.
We'll have the St. Bede homecoming game coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah, against Elmwood Park.
I believe that's correct. Saturday afternoon special.
Yourself and Mike Brown will be on the call from the Academy. Always a very festive weekend.
It is.
And there's a little squibber, little pop-up. Romanoli has trouble with it. Brady catches at the 13, turns it back in 15-20, spins off the first tackle. Brady's still going out past the 25-yard line. And,
that was a heck of a run.
Yeah. So nice job by Brady. I'd say, Rick, that was probably the most electrifying 14 yards I've seen in a while.
Well, he muffed the punt. It was a squibber that kind of took a funny bounce. He was able to finally get a hold of it, then broke at least 3 tackles on the way and got LP decent field position at their own 27.
Marquette up 20-0 over Westmont. And we'll see how the Cavalier offense does. They never really got going in that first possession.
Didn't have much of an opportunity there.
4 receiver set. Romanoli in the backfield with Brendan Boudreau. In motion is, looks like Seth Adams, and Seth turns the corner, and we might have another hold. Oh, boy.
I think that's coming back, and it was late in the play, too. In fact, it was after Adams was passed.
Adams would have had about an 8-yard gain, but got to think this is a hold against the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it's a flag thrown at the 32, so it'll be 10 yards from there. Take you back to the 22-yard line, which is make it first down and 15.
First down marker at the 37. So a lot of penalties early on for both teams. It's made for a clunky start to this game.
Really has.
4 receivers set once again, 2 to each side of Brendan Boudreau. Romanoli in the backfield with the senior quarterback. And Boudreau is going to hand it off to Romanoli. He tries to turn the corner and stop for a loss. And that was Andrew Cox.
Yep, loss of 3 more on that play. The LP offense is pretty much non-existent so far.
Romanoli tackled back at his own 19-yard line. And the Cavaliers second down and very long here. Second and 18 officially for the Cavs. Something's burning. You catch a whiff of that?
Yeah, I did. It's that sulfury smell. Fireworks.
Yeah, something. Let's hopefully the LP offense can get some fireworks here going. Boudreau, straight drop back. Now the pocket breaks down. He's got some running room, looking for a block. And he gets one from Wheatley. And Boudreau going to go out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. That's close.
Right at the marker there. Yep. Let's see what happens.
Nice block downfield by Cordell Wheatley.
I think he's got it.
Wow. Let's see where they mark it. They've not indicated. Yep, first down, Cavaliers.
18-yard pickup.
That's their first down of the night.
It is.
Almost all the way through the first quarter.
That's a big one, too, because they were backed up pretty deep in their own end.
Second possession of the night for the Cavaliers. Back to a 4-receiver set. Romanoli now to the left of Boudreau. Cavaliers first and 10 at their 37. Adams going to go in motion. Seth going to run the jet sweep. And he's going to get maybe a yard. That's about it. On the tackle for Plano was Armando Martinez, their quarterback. So Seth Adams, with the end around, gets 1 yard in the carry.
Not a huge roster for Plano, so they've got some guys who go both ways.
Yeah. Back in for the Cavaliers is Seneca and Pangrasic. Seth Adams will check out. So it'll be second down and 9 after the 1 yard run for Adams. 6-0 Plano as we're almost through the first quarter here at Howard Fellows Stadium. 2 receivers to the right of Boudreau. Brennan barking out the signals, and he's going to roll right, looking to pass. Throwing wide open at the 50, and making the catch for a first down was Caleb Kennedy. Another flag in the backfield, though. Oh, boy.
Almost has to be a hold.
Yep.
Wow.
And we have an injured player, I think, right where the tackle was made there. Injured Plano Reaper down. Right near midfield, the LP training staff immediately. Gina Martin down there. So we'll wait and see what the penalty was. The injury timeout. It was right where the tackle was made, where the Plano player went down. We'll take a short break as well. There's 56 seconds to go. 6-0 Plano leading LP, back with the resolution of a penalty, perhaps against LP. Cavalier football on 103.9 WLPO. Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic back here at Howard Fellows Stadium, and a Plano Reaper player down right on the LP sideline. And the unfortunate thing about this is there's even some Peru EMTs that are now out in the field helping the training staff. Most of the Plano coaching staff is out in the field, and now I assume a parent running across the field for Plano. So a serious injury, it would appear, for the Reapers. Couldn't quite see what happened on the play.
They've yet to say what the penalty is.
Yeah.
And you're right, the contact was down kind of right below us. And
right.
It was really difficult to see right by the LP sideline.
Brendan Boudreau, they went out of bounds around the 50. Would have been a first down, but again, a flag flew. It was Boudreau passing the ball.
That was about a 16-yard pickup, approximately. They're coming out with the
cart.
The cart. That's not a good sign.
And one would think perhaps they'll give a call to the Peru ambulance service. So I'll never like to see that, obviously. A player went down right on the LP sideline, and I believe it is a Plano Reaper player. I haven't been able to see who exactly it is yet, but the fact that even EMTs who were in the house immediately came to help the training staff. So we have a delay in this football game. 6-0 Plano with the lead over LP. There's just under a minute to go in the first quarter here at Howard Fellows Stadium. Sycamore added another touchdown after one. They lead Ottawa 21-0. Yeah, we'll see if we can get a Hall and Mendota score. As Rick mentioned, it is homecoming for the Trojans. It's Marquette's homecoming as well, as they are taking on Westmont.
Kiwani's at Bureau Valley tonight as well, and Fieldcrest traveling to undefeated Tri-Valley.
Yeah,
tonight.
Downs Tri-Valley is always a powerhouse.
Yep.
And here comes the ambulance. Yep. Hall leading 13-7 midway through the second quarter over Mendota. Mendota has had a tough go so far. I think they've had the clock ran on them all three games.
Yes. And this is, hate to bring up a sore subject in the Illinois Valley, but this is one of those instances with no hospital here. It's going to be a 25-minute ride to the nearest hospital for this young man.
So they'll back up the ambulance as far as they can. Again, the freshman-sophomore game was won tonight by LP, 20-14. Another thrilling victory for the Fresh South team. Came down to the wire. They're 4-0 now on the season. And see the players trying to stay loose on the field for both LP and Plano. The ambulance service, one positive thing, Rick, is the ambulance station is just around the corner. They obviously got here in a hurry.
Yep.
And the nice thing about the paramedics and EMTs these days is even if the hospital's 20 minutes away, you're going to get good care.
Oh, you will on the way, but
yeah.
There's no x-rays and there's no MRIs and there's no doctor on site.
So an injured Plano Reaper player has brought this game to a halt. About a minute left in this first quarter.
I'm not sure if they have moved the down marker back or if that's the original spot.
Yeah.
It was, I think, second down and 13, was it not?
I think you are right, yeah.
So I'm not sure where the ball is. I have a feeling the gain and the spot of the penalty and the penalty itself probably took it back to the original line of scrimmage. So that play is going to be wiped out. And a 10-yard, looks like a holding penalty against LP.
Yeah.
Again, we're just guessing because there's been no signal from the officials with all of the commotion with the injured player down on the field. Here they come with the stretcher now to take him away.
6-0 Plano, but obviously the big Focus right now is on this Plano Reaper player. Again, weren't able to see who it was that went down. And again, it was in the area of where the tackle was made. And from here, it wasn't like a huge collision by any means.
No, it was not. Sometimes,
but
you look at the play that Aaron Rodgers rolled his Achilles, and that looked like nothing at all, really,
right.
too.
Obviously, this is a serious injury of some kind to this young man. And we'll keep it right here. 6-0 Plano over LP. A little kickers night. The littlest of kickers performed at halftime of the freshman-sophomore game. And nice round of applause as the player is lifted up onto the
We
stretcher.
cannot see his number from
No,
there.
no.
I don't know if we can get the number of the player.
Yeah.
13, you think it was? Okay.
So now we'll see. It's going to be tough for both these teams to refocus.
13 would be Amari Bryant.
Okay. I'm sure both teams will be allowed some time maybe to warm up here.
Although it's still pretty warm at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll take them much. Still 66 degrees right now as we near the 8 o'clock hour.
So the injured Plano Reaper player gets a nice hand as he heads off the field.
We're still 56.7 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and we've had 8 penalties already, 4 on each team.
Yeah, it's just not been a
smooth. More of the same for LP from a week ago.
A smooth start to this game. Penalties and bad snap. So we wish that player from Plano the best. He's the positive thing, Rick, is he's moving his arms and he's talking.
Yeah,
with
I think it's a lower body injury, as they would say in hockey.
Yep. So that's good that he's definitely alert. And
yes.
So here we go. It'll be a 2nd down and 13 for the Cavaliers. So that penalty did go against the Cavs. And they hand it off to Romanoli, and Brady gets it to about the 36, and that's about it.
Got maybe 2 on the play.
So LP will have a 3rd and about 11 coming up. Probably time for one more play. In this first quarter. And there's about an 8-second difference on the play clock and game clock. 4 receivers set. Got to believe the Cavaliers will go to the air here. 3rd down and 11. Straight drop back by Boudreau. He's got time. Now the pocket collapses. Brennan's going to run. He's got a ton of room. Slides down at midfield. And 1st down Cavaliers. And
they're going to mark it back at the 48 where he started his slide, but still enough for a 1st down.
Yep.
Needed 11, got 12 on the play.
And the headline story of that one, Rick, no flag. I hesitated for a second and took a look at the field, and no flag. So that's the end of the first quarter. Not much offense. Definitely a struggle. And Plano leads the Cavaliers 6-0, but the Cavaliers with a fresh set of downs near midfield when we come back on your home for LP Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO. Jeremy Aiken, Rick Sipovic back here at Howard Fellows Stadium. 1 quarter in the books. And so far the visitors from Plano leading the LP Cavaliers 6-0.
I feel like this is a carbon copy of last week.
Slow start for LP, yeah. They were down at half, 18-14 a week ago.
Let's get this drive. Let's put one in the end zone here.
1st and 10 Cavaliers at their own 48. Romanoli to the right of Boudreau. In motion is Zebron, and a flag flies.
In the LP backfield, so that's coming back.
Noah Zebron got the handoff, but...
Is that an illegal motion?
Yeah, it could be.
Yep, exactly what it is.
So another walk-off against the Cavs. We'll redo first down.
Yikes.
Would have only been about a 2-yard gain.
But it's better than a 5-yard loss.
They're going to push him back. They were waiting to see what Plano wanted to do. And no doubt push him back, make it a 1st and 15 instead of a 2nd and 8. We talked about the penalties last week. The Cavaliers were able to overcome them. But unfortunately, they're well on their way again tonight, Rick.
They are.
To be in double digits.
Yep. 5 penalties already.
They're actually ahead of last week's pace.
Yes.
Boudreau rolling left. Brennan looking to pass, and instead he's going to be brought down. Oh, he stays on his feet and does go down at about the 36-yard line. Getting credit for the sack will be Armando Martinez. Boudreau spun away from the first would-be tackler, but then could not throw the football. And
loss of 7 on the play.
Yeah, goes back for a big loss. He hasn't had a whole lot of time to throw yet tonight.
He really hasn't.
And really his best runs have been on pass plays where he's just made the best of it and hasn't been able to find any receivers open. 2nd down and 22 now for LP. Straight drop back for Boudreau.
Got time this time.
And he's going to be sacked again.
He had plenty of time. There was just nobody open. That's what you call a coverage sack there. Although if you look way down the field, I think that was Zebron who was behind everybody, but Boudreau didn't find him. Loss of 3 more on the play. This is 3rd down and forever.
So this drive was looking good a few moments ago, but
according to my book, LP has 2 net yards of offense so far.
Wow. 6-0 Plano, and LP's going to have to call a timeout as we're down to 8-7. There was about 8 seconds left on the play clock, so just an ugly start here for the home Cavaliers, down 6-0. Probably
not
could
much
argue.
of an excuse for the 4th game of the year for some of the things you're seeing out here.
Could argue lucky to be down just a touchdown so far. 3rd and 25. We're about 2 minutes into the 2nd quarter for the Cavaliers. LP uses their first timeout of the night. Plano with all 3 of their timeouts left. The Cavaliers will get the football first to start the 2nd half. Check a quick Subway scoreboard update. Check on the...
Is it too late to send over for a Subway?
I don't think so. Sounds pretty good.
It really does sound kind of good right now, doesn't it?
Ridgewood 13-7 over St. Bede. And Bureau Valley trailing Kewanee by a score of 21-0.
3rd down and call it 25.
And Boudreau just throws it out in the flat.
Zebron.
And nothing there. Yeah, that was just a wide receiver screen to Noah Zebron and no gain on the play.
I think he lost some yardage.
Yep.
He lost about 3 on the play.
So it goes as a pass completion, but
LP is now a negative yardage offensively.
And they're going to punt it away. 4th and almost 30. And back for Plano will be the electric Waleed Johnson and also Nick Serio.
I think I kick it out of bounds.
Yeah. Seth Adams standing at his own 15-yard line. And he's going to run to his right for a second, a line drive punt. And kicks it away from Johnson. Serio gets it at the 30, 35, 40. And he's out, and another flag flies. Either a hold or a face mask.
41-yard punt.
I think it's going to be a hold on Plano on the return.
Thank you. That helps, because they would have had some pretty good field position right there.
Sycamore 28-0 over Ottawa in the second quarter. Illegal block on the Reapers.
So take it back inside the 35 at 34-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Plano at their own 34-yard line.
5th penalty on Plano.
Jeez.
We've had 10 penalties here. We still have 9 minutes to go in the first half.
One receiver split wide right for the Reapers. And they're going to give it to Waleed Johnson, second man, and not much there.
Boy, if you can keep him from getting to the outside, he's controllable. But what a surprise, another penalty.
Nolan Glenn made a heck of a tackle, but there is another flag.
Illegal procedure.
And it's going against Plano. LP's probably just going to decline it. It'll be 2nd down and 10. I think that's what they're doing, yeah. There was no gain on the play. Nice tackle by Nolan Glenn. So 2nd down and 10, Plano at their own 34. We hit the 8 o'clock hour. You're listening to LP Cavalier football on a 103.9 FM, AM 1220, WLPO, LaSalle, Peru, Oglesby.
Fellows Stadium, better known as Penalties Are Us.
At least tonight, yeah. And Plano had to quickly come out of the huddle because they were down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Jet sweep to Waleed Johnson.
Somebody got to wrap him up.
Wow,
he finally got him.
Yeah, he broke 2 or 3 different arm tackles.
Looked like they were going to have a loss of 5 or 6 and end up with a loss of maybe a yard.
Ty Turzik had his jersey, and Ty's a big, strong guy, but Johnson was able to get away from him. It'll be 3rd and 11, so still a nice job by the LP defense as it brings up a 3rd and 11 for Plano at their own 33-yard line.
Plano nothing out of 1 on 3rd down so far.
And they'll split 2 receivers wide right. In the backfield will be Cox and Johnson. Martinez going to throw wide open in the flat as Cox at a 35-40.
He's got a 1st down and a bunch more.
1st down near midfield. A bootleg and just dumped it out to Cox out in the open.
16-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Needed 11 and got 16. So LP got Plano where they wanted them with a 3rd and long and having to pass. And Plano just took what LP gave them, just a little short dump-off pass by Martinez to Cox. And the Reapers, 1st and 10, fresh set of downs at their own 49, their 5th first down of the evening. And 2 for the Cavaliers. Under 7.5 minutes to go in this first half. And there's a counter play to Johnson.
Nothing there.
Nope. And again, Turzik had a hold of his jersey.
Well, did you see the penetration up front by LP as that defensive front was in there before Johnson could turn anything upfield. He loses a couple on the play.
Medina finished him off. But as Rick mentioned, great penetration by the LPD, moving Plano back to their 47 now. A rare loss on a run by Waleed Johnson. Loss of 2.
LP has really kept him under control fairly well. He's got an 8-yard gain and a 13-yard gain, but he's got a bunch of them that are nearly nothing. And now what do we have?
Maybe, man, the official came. We got an injury or
timeout?
No, I think they had another equipment issue or something with.
Jeepers. It's like the 3rd different player to have
Andrew Cox. The back judge saw it and came running about 30 yards into the line of scrimmage. That was a sprint. So 2nd and 12 for Plano, and the whistles blow again. And the Reapers are going to call a timeout.
Now they are going to take a timeout.
So that's their first of this first half. Each team has used one timeout. 6:34 to go here in this first half. 6-0 Plano over LP. Look and see if we can get some other scores. Princeton is at Orion tonight. Tigers up 14-0 over Orion. Princeton got back on the winning track last week by beating Sterling Newman. Hall up 19-7 at half over Mendota. And at last check, Kewanee up over Bureau Valley 28-0. Bureau Valley beat Hall and was off to a good start. But the Boilermakers coming into Manlius and having their way with the Storm. So we're back in action after the Reaper timeout, 2nd and 12. And they're going to go to the jet sweep. They run right into big old 21, Josh Seneca. And
he set the end that time, and Johnson came looking and saw the license plate on the number front of that truck.
No gain on the play as Johnson ran right into Josh Seneca. And that'll set up another 3rd and long for Plano, 3rd and 12. You'll take your chances if you can get Plano in these 3rd and long situations. I know they completed the last 3rd down and got a 1st down, but this is what you want if you're a Cavalier fan for the defense, is to force Plano into a 3rd and long situation.
Waleed Johnson on his last 4 carries, 0, -1, -2, and 0. So LP has started to turn him into the defense now.
2 receivers wide left. And Martino's going to run. He's at the 50, the 45.
He's got it.
And he was pretty fast on that
got
run.
Around the corner.
Yep.
Turned it up.
Looked like he made the decision, Rick, right away to run that football.
Yes.
Kind of a bootleg.
Gain of about 13. He needed 12, got 13. And got himself out of bounds.
Wow. 2 straight 3rd and long conversions.
LP doing what they need to do for the first couple downs and can't slam the door on 4th down, or 3rd down rather.
1st and 10 Plano at the LP 40. 5:38 to go in this first half. Martinez hands it off to the fullback. Nice job.
Oh my.
3 Cavaliers were right there. Looked like Terzic and Olivero, a couple of the big guys up front.
Lopez who got that one?
Yeah, the fullback Lopez went nowhere. Lost 2 yards.
Again, he's in there because their starting fullback did something that angered the coach early on, yes.
Yeah,
haven't seen Cox much since then.
And looks like he is back in there now with Waleed Johnson in the backfield. And they're going to go to Johnson. He's going to run off the right side, turns it inside, and hit down about the 40-yard line. Nice job.
Got back the couple yards that Lopez lost. It'll make it 3rd down 10 coming.
Terzic in there again for LP. Hartman also around the area. So 3rd and 10 again.
2 out of 3 on 3rd so far.
And all 3 of their 3rd down have been 3rd and long.
They have.
So let's see what Plano draws up here. And really, Rick, now that they're at the 40 of LP, if you're the Reapers, 4 down territory.
You would think, yeah.
Yep. So maybe you're thinking, try to get 5 or 6 yards on this play. And
I'm thinking I throw the ball to Johnson right here.
And Martinez rolling left, throwing, hammered at the line.
That ball, I'm not sure if it was called a forward pass or a fumble.
He was looking to pass. Let's see what the officials come up with.
Looked to me like his arm was coming forward.
Now, Plano came up with a football, so.
But if it's a fumble and a recovery, it's a loss on the play. And I think that's it.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, nope, they're going to say incomplete pass, Rick,
Okay,
the head official.
I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
So let's see if they're going to go for it here on 4th or try and pin LP deep.
So it'll be 4th down and 10 for Plano. And they bring in at least 1 new player off the bench. And we'll see. Right now it looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it.
I would think.
I mean, their defense has done well against the Cavalier offense
really
so far tonight, and Plano's going to go ahead and talk about it.
So they'll take their second timeout.
3:55 to go in the half. It's 6-0 Plano over LP. It's been a struggle, to say the least, for the Cavaliers here.
Well, if you can keep it a one-score game as poorly as LP has played here in the first half, you know what a great job they did of making adjustments at halftime last week. So
again, this is a Plano team that is 2-1. They opened the season with a win over Ottawa, 33-20, then won on the road and hammered Mantino 29-0. But kind of an eye-opener, I would say, last weekend, losing big at Sandwich, 27-7. Now Sandwich is 3-0, and they're fresh off a year where they didn't even have varsity football last year. So,
well, I guess they had a lot of time to practice.
Apparently, yeah. So we're back here on a 4th and 10. We'll see what Plano has in mind. They got their regular offense out there. They're going for it. This is a must-stop for LP here. This will be a backbreaker, and LP is going to call a timeout.
Yep.
Huh?
Wow, they
kind of like the NBA.
saw something they didn't like.
Yeah, kind of like the NBA, where towards the end of the games, where you see what the team has set up, and then you call a timeout. So each team now with one timeout remaining in the first half. 3:55 still to go in this ball game. Plano 6, LP nothing. Again, the Cavaliers won the fresh soft game 20-14.
Honestly, with all the penalties and timeouts and seemingly missed plays, this game, the first half of this game, has had all the appeal of watching them stock the shelves at Walmart.
Yeah, there's been no flow to this game.
None at all. Very choppy.
And we had a bad injury as well to Plano, a Plano player.
And that was apparently Amari Bryant.
Yeah, number 13.
So best wishes to him.
Yep. So here we go after the timeout for the Reapers, 4th and 10, and Martinez is going to go on the shotgun for the first time tonight.
Interesting.
And straight drop back pass.
They had a chance to get him, too.
He's looking to throw, and it's going to be brought down by about 4 or 5 Cavalier defenders at about the 45-yard line. And Martinez is slow to get up.
Loss of like 2 or 3 on the play, and LP will get the football in decent position with some time left on the clock.
I'm going to write down Ty Terzic. He had that sack. He's been very good on defense in this first half for the Cavaliers. Big old 71, Ty Terzic.
That whole front for LP has done a pretty decent job of getting penetration.
So let's see what the Cavaliers can do with the football here.
See if they can go without penalties.
Yeah, and get the crowd in this game. 3:46 to go. Plenty of time. 1 timeout to go for the Cavaliers. 4 receiver set. Romanoli in the backfield. To the left of Brendan Boudreau. LP's going to pass. Boudreau's going to run. 50, 45, 40. And Boudreau inside the 40. Clock will stop as they move the chains. Well, you really see it, Rick, with LP with 4 receivers. They're really creating a lot of open space for Boudreau to run tonight.
Yeah, that's a 20-yard pickup right there, and by far the best offensive play for LP. And I think, although he dropped the pass, I think it was mainly a run right there.
He had Romanoli as a lead blocker. Design run there for Brendan Boudreau, and they're going to spread it out again with 4 receivers. LP at the 37 of Plano. Boudreau going to run again. He turns the corner and is going to slide out of bounds, showing his baseball skills there.
I think he could have probably just run out of bounds.
Well, he should have, because now the clock's going to run, and he didn't stop the clock.
Exactly.
So
gained about 3 on the play, but the smart play would have been to just run out.
So Brennan would love to have that one over again. Looks like he was sliding into second base. 2nd down and 7. We're down to 2:40 to go in the first half. Cavaliers at the Reaper 34-yard line.
Only 1 timeout left for LP.
Straight drop back by Boudreau. He's going to run again. He's got a lot of running room. 30, 25.
There you go.
Yep. He learned his lesson from the last play. Great job by Brendan Boudreau. Gain of about 9. Needed 7 for the first down.
Yep.
So the most effective offensive play so far in the first half has been Brendan Boudreau tucking and running with it. 4th first down for the Cavaliers.
6 for Plano so far. Boy, this would be a huge boost if LP can get the ball in the end zone here. They're almost in field goal range already for Seth Adams.
Ball spotted right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Cavs. Romanoli moves up to the line. Empty backfield for Boudreau. And Brennan's going to be sacked.
The one thing you didn't want right there.
Taken down by Andrew Cox.
Loss of 4 on the play.
LP receivers just not getting open so far tonight.
They are not.
It'll be a 5-yard loss on the sack. And clock is running. It's going to be under 2 minutes to go in the half.
It's not an issue yet, but if you take this much time on every play, it will be. And now LP has to burn their final timeout.
Oh, boy. 1:57 to go. Cavaliers use their final timeout.
You want to get some kind of score out of this.
Yep.
Even if it's not a touchdown, get the field goal try going. But you can't afford another sack, that's for sure. I mean, I think this would be a great call, right? It would be a screen right here.
Yeah, they
wide receiver screen or just a screen to maybe Romanoli.
Yeah.
Because they're they realize that Boudreau is the main guy right now, and they're just pinning their ears back and coming after him.
It's going to be 2nd and 15. LP uses their final timeout of the half. At the 30 of Plano. Wheatley out there, Adams as well, Caleb Kennedy, Zebron, other receivers.
Not a spread in this formation at all.
No.
Everybody in tight.
Fake handoff to Romanoli, rolling left is Boudreau. He throws to Adams. He catches it and is tackled forward.
Athletic play by Adams to get that one.
Going to be just shy of the first down. Tackled down at the Plano 16, the first down.
Gain of 14 on the play.
So for the first time tonight, the Cavaliers are in the red zone, brought to you by your local Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Brayton. Living in the red zone in football is great, not so much in life. Let Derek Brayton help move you to a financial touchdown. Minute 20 to go as the clock is running down. 3rd and short for LP. Boudreau takes a step back, and he's going to pass. Looking.
He's got one guy to beat on the end.
And he's in trouble and goes down.
He needed to just get rid of that one.
And they can't stop the clock.
Well, not an issue yet, but now on 4th down.
Wow. And looks like they're going to try for a field goal here.
They may have, in effect, taken themselves out of field goal range. It's a lot tougher field goal now. This will be about a 38-yard field goal, although Adams has a 39-yarder, I believe, already this season.
It's going to be, about we'll say a 38-yard field goal attempt. 38-yarder coming up for Seth Adams. Snap is down, the hold is down, the kick is up. Plenty of leg.
It's good.
And it is good. Wow, LP gets on the board with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A 38-yard field goal from Seth Adams. And the Cavaliers, as Rick said, they had to come away with some points there. They would have loved 7, but they'll set up for 3, and it is 6-3. 6-3. I can't remember the last time I've been calling a game that was 6-3.
At halftime.
Yeah. No, not 3 field goals, but a touchdown, a missed extra point, and a field goal. So 6-3, a good old-fashioned, old-style football here, at least with the score. As LP will hopefully have a touchback here by Seth, and got to think Plano won't do anything too risky. they'll be more than happy to go into the locker room up 6-3.
I would think so.
It's going to come down to what team makes the adjustments at halftime here. Back deep, Johnson and Serio. So this is important for Adams to boot this one into the end zone. Definitely not let Waleed Johnson get it.
The deep guys for Plano aren't as deep as you might think.
No. I understand about the 5. No wind really here tonight.
No.
And there you go.
That's a one hopper out of the end zone.
So LP got what they wanted there, a touchback. 20.7 seconds to go. Plano's only got one timeout, so.
You'd think it would be a kneel down and head to the
Yeah.
locker room.
Or you take a chance with Waleed Johnson breaking one.
See
But
if you can break one on a sweep maybe.
you also take a chance of something crazy happens,
Yeah.
and you would hate to have him get hurt on a play like this.
This is a kneel down formation here.
Yep. Smart play by Plano, I would say.
I would think.
Yeah. And they're indeed going to take the knee. And that's it for this first half. An ugly one. Not much to cheer for the Cavaliers or Plano for that matter.
The only thing to cheer for is LP's only down 3.
Yes. It's anybody's ball game here at halftime at Howard Fellows Stadium. 6-3, Plano with the lead over LP. We'll come back with first half scoring summary. That won't take long. And my partner will count up some stats, and that won't take long. 6-3, Plano over the Cavaliers. You're listening to LP Cavalier Football on 103.9 WLPO. Back in a few minutes.
Music and movement. Musical selections include the following: The Heat of the Day by Pat Metheny, October by Eric Whitaker, Coldest Winter by Pentatronics, and Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. Music design is by Dr. Drew Dickey, and visual design is by Kevin Abismal. Drum majors, Ellie Radke and Tori Campbell. Is your band ready? Marching Cavaliers, you may take the field for your halftime performance. Give it up one more time for our Marching Cavaliers. The Marching Cavaliers will be competing across Illinois this fall. They will travel to Pontiac High School on September 16th with performances at Morton High School, Lincoln Way West High School, and Western Illinois University to follow. Good luck to the Marching Cavaliers on all their competitions this fall. Please welcome to the field a time-honored tradition at LaSalle, Peru, our very own Cavaliers, led by senior captains Izzy Argybright and Mary Schreiker and senior lieutenant Haley Zeke. Tonight the team will be dancing to More Money, which was choreographed by Captain Izzy Argybright. The Cavaliers are coached by head coach Eileen Strange and assisted by Coach Missy Mujek. And now, here are your LP Cavaliers. for your LP Cavaliers. Also going to read that 50-50 ticket number, once again, 00599902. 005990.
Game.
No, that's
Right
true.
now.
So until they prove us different, I would take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I took the over with Penn State, Illinois. It's about 48.5.
Penn State's liable to put up a lot of points.
They could put up that much themselves.
Yes.
They did last week. They put up 63 against the Fighting Hens of Delaware. Now, U of I will be a tougher opponent than Delaware, you would think.
Will they?
Well, maybe, you would think.
You would hope so at home.
But
Big Ten opener, but
we'll see.
Illinois hasn't shown a lot so far.
But we'll see how Mac Rasedich does. Of course, week one, he was named co-special teams player of the year by Coach Bielema. So be a lot of fun. I plan on going down to that game tomorrow, and so hopefully I see some folks from around the valley going down to U of I. And
I'm sure you'll see your
State.
buddy Dan Isles down there.
Yep, Dan will be, I'm sure, tailgating bright and early. It's an 11 o'clock kickoff.
He's going to be licking his wounds after tonight's Ottawa game.
Yep, Danny's been sending over scores 42-0 at the half of that one. We're going to take our break. When we come back, I'm going to pick my partner's brain once again. He's going to try to bring this one home for LP with our second half adjustment. It is 6-3 Plano over the Cavaliers. Coming back to wrap up our locker room halftime show after this on 103.9 WLPO.
Mom is Salle Ellen Creedy. She has taught us to be helpful, kind, and to support our community whenever we can. When she went out on her own, she just wanted to help everyone she could. Her promise is to save her clients the most, whether you're the one buying or selling. She'll be there from the beginning all the way to the closing. If you are looking for a place or are ready to sell, make the right move and call my mom, Salle Ellen, at Blackhawk Brokerage. Go Cavs!
Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle's a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a three-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic back here at Howard Fellows Stadium as we wrap up the locker room halftime show. And we're ready for the second half kickoff. And after this kickoff, I'm going to ask Rick for our second half adjustment. Here we go. It is a bloop kick to about the 20. Romanoli fumbles it. And Brady's able to recover it.
He's had a couple problems back there, and lucky to keep possession at the 25 right there. He had some room. Had he fielded it well, he might have gotten quite a bit more than that, but at least LP has the ball. And that's the thing that LP has to worry about the most here in the second half is shooting themselves in the foot, basically. Penalties, lost yardage. It's just knocked their offense off kilter, and they've got to come out here and establish something immediately here, and that's run the football.
And that was our second half adjustment brought to you by Gergovich Family Chiropractic. Everyone needs a chiropractor on their healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic to see all the ways having a chiropractor on your team can help lead you to a healthy lifestyle. Here we go. Boudreaux handed off to Romanoli. There we go.
There's a little crease right there.
That's what you want to see, Rick. You asked for a running game, and Brady Romanoli delivered right up the gut. First down run, about 13, 14 yards.
14-yard pickup and a nice start to the second half for LP.
So we saw last week the Cavaliers came out of the locker room like a house of fire.
Fifth first down right there.
And let's see if the Cavaliers can get this home crowd energized. It's a nice crowd tonight, but they've been waiting for something to be excited about.
Yep. And student section still on their feet down there.
Yeah, they've been quiet. It's a whiteout down at the student section for the Cav Crazies. First and 10, LP at their own 39-yard line. In motion is Pangersick. And Boudreaux going to hand it off. Romanoli off left tackle, and this time Brady stood up after about a 3-yard gain.
It's okay. You'll take, as long as it's positive yards on first down. You just don't want to get behind the sticks right away.
Be second down and about 7 for the Cavs.
You know, LP made a lot of good adjustments last week at halftime.
Yep.
And so far, so good here.
Second down and 7 for LP at the 42. Down about 10 seconds left on.
It seems to me like LP is a little slow getting in and out of the huddle here.
Down to 5. And Boudreaux gets it. Brennan going to run it and turns it inside, puts his head down, spins ahead to about the 48. Needed to get to the 49, so it'll be a third down and 1.
Yeah, he got about 6 on that play. You'll take that. Bring you up third down and short.
Third and 1 for the Cavaliers.
LP just 1 out of 3 on thirds in the first half.
Just shy of midfield at the 48 of the Cavaliers.
I'd really like to see them get some kind of rhythm going. Just too slow right now for my liking.
Third and short. Let's see if they call Romanoli's number here. And they will hand it off to Brady. He's got the first down and more. Down about the 46, 47-yard line of Plano. A full head of steam by Romanoli, gets about 5 on that carry.
Again, keep going forward, no penalties.
Smash mouth football right there from the Cavaliers. The big guys doing their job up front. The Cavaliers inside the Plano side of the football field. Haven't been there much tonight.
I don't think they've been there at all, have they?
Well, they had the field goal at the end,
right. That's it.
Yeah.
That was the only time.
The very last drive of the half. First and 10 Cavs at the 47 of Plano. Boudreaux hands it back off to Romanoli. Brady's down about the 40. Another nice gain. Some nice blocking up front.
Gain of almost 8.
Yep. The Cavaliers picking up chunk yardage on this drive. Down to the 40. Gain of 7 officially. Second down and 3.
Looks like Plano beefing up the front line right there.
Yeah.
Alejandro Nunez just checked in up front.
Romanoli in the backfield with Boudreaux. 2 receivers set for the Cavs. Brendan is going to follow Romanoli on the carry, and Boudreaux gets it down about the 35. He's got a first down.
He's getting chunks, 5 yards at a carry, and that'll get you into the end zone eventually.
Needed 3, got 5. So a very efficient drive so far for the Cavaliers. I think this is the long. I mean, I'm going to jinx it here, Rick, but might as well finish my thought. I think this is the longest time we went in a game without a penalty.
Oh, please. You had to say that.
I know. We went 4 minutes, almost.
It's been the same for both teams.
Yes,
They both had a bunch of penalties in the first half.
1st and 10, LP at the 35. They go Romanoli tripped over his own player.
Yeah, he did. They pulled the guard, and they tripped on his foot. Ends up loss of almost 4 on the play. You just can't have that.
Yeah.
On first down in particular.
So,
immediately behind the sticks and everything that you've done up to now, you have to question whether you can go and get yourself 14 yards in 3 plays.
2nd and 14 now after that 4-yard loss to Romanoli. LP at the 39 of Plano. 7:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's still 6-3 Plano. See if they try to get Josh Seneca involved here. Boudreau's going to run it, and not a lot there that time.
Did not even get back the loss from the previous play, and now you're 3rd down and about 12 or 13.
Yep. So got it to the 38.
A gain of just a yard on that play.
And they are out of field goal range. This is they need more yardage to get Seth Adams with an opportunity to tie this game.
As good a leg as he has, they're not in his range yet.
Probably have to get it just inside the 30.
Yeah, this would be a 55-yard field goal from there.
3rd down and 13. Let's see if the Cavaliers go to the air. Boudreau's got time this time.
He's got forever.
Throwing it, caught, 35, and
Kennedy.
Just outside the 30, Caleb Kennedy with the catch. But
gain of 8, but they needed 13, excuse me.
But finally, though, we did see Rick for the first time, Brennan just checking it down at least.
That was all right.
Yeah, he's been taking some sacks tonight.
Now you have 4th down and you got a chance here.
4th and 5 at the 30.
Well, I don't know. I'd be thinking about a field goal right here.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to go for
very
it.
Slow getting the play in from the sideline.
15 seconds on the play clock.
Still not up to the line of scrimmage.
Hartman, Zebron, the receivers. Romanoli in the backfield. Big play of the game right here. Boudreau going to keep it.
Nothing there.
What left? Turns right. He's got open field. 20, 15. Pushed out of bounds at about the 10.
Boy, that was a great individual effort. That play was stuffed. He tried to run it on the left side and just came to a dead stop, broke it back right, and got the big gainer right there. And he's out. I don't know if he can get a 1st down. I think they're going to call it 1st and goal right at the 10.
Yeah.
But a 20-yard pickup right there.
So Brennan Boudreau went left and then went all the way back across the field. And the senior quarterback gets it 1st and goal for the Cavaliers as LP tonight, I believe for the first time, has gotten inside the Edward Jones, Derek Brayton red zone. 1st and goal at the 10 for the Cavaliers. Romanoli in the backfield. Seneca will split out wide left. We'll see if they throw one up to Josh.
I'd like him in the corner of the end zone right now.
That's what they're doing. Boudreau going to throw it up to Seneca.
Jump ball.
He had it.
He got stripped away at the very last second.
Yep, nice job by the Plano defenders.
He was there, and he went up and got it, and they just came down and ripped it out of his arms.
By the time the ball came down, they had a second player who was able to come over and provide some help for the Reapers, and that was James Brooks, number 5.
I still like the call.
Yep.
Now you can go back to the run, and they have to think about the pass.
Yes.
So that may open some things up.
2nd and goal. They went for Seneca, and he had it for a moment, but a nice job by the Plano defense to knock it away.
How about student body left right here and just sweep that thing right into the end zone?
Boudreau, and they're going to go split Seneca out wide left again. And flag flies. They got the ball. There was 4 seconds left.
It wasn't a delay of game.
Nope. And
false start on LP. There you go.
Wow, they called it delay a game, but there was still 4 seconds
There were still
left.
4 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that break goes against the Cavaliers. It's now 2nd and goal at the 15.
And now you're down to 14 seconds. You don't even have the play in yet. Down to 7, down to 6.
LP's got to hurry, and Boudreau going to hand it off to Romanoli. He's got blockers in front of him. 10, 5, hammer down just inside the 5-yard line.
So he picked up 10 yards after the penalty.
So nice job.
3rd and goal coming up.
By Romanoli, and he had plenty of blockers in front of him. So 3rd and goal at the 5. LP obviously very much in Seth Adams' field goal range,
yes.
but you want 6 at this point.
Well, you want
now.
6, but if you don't get it here and you're not close, you got to pretty much have to take the 3, because that's almost automatic for him.
Zebron and Kennedy are your wideouts. 3rd and goal at the 5. Boudreau going to keep it, looking for blocks, turns it inside. He's going to be stopped short. Stood up at about the 3-yard line.
Boy, I don't know. You got to take the field goal here. You got to come away with something.
So we'll see a couple substitutions for Plano. See what the Cavaliers decide to do.
Ball is at the, 3?
Yeah.
So he only gained 2 yards on the play.
And no indication of a field goal just yet.
Oh, boy.
Seth Adams still.
You'll be kicking yourself if you don't come away with any points here.
And LP might be talking about it. Yep, they're going to call a timeout. 4:58 to go in the 3rd. It is 6-3. Plano with the lead over the Cavaliers. We'll take a break. Be back after this.
My mom is Salle Ellen Creedy. She has taught us to be helpful, kind, and to support our community whenever we can. When she went out on her own, she just wanted to help everyone she could. Her promise is to save her clients the most, whether you're the one buying or selling. She'll be there from the beginning all the way to the closing. If you are looking for a place or are ready to sell, make the right move and call my mom, Salle Ellen, at Blackhawk Brokerage. Go Cavs!
Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle's a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a 3-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
Here we go. LP's going to go for it. 4th and goal at the 3 after the timeout. And Boudreau, maybe a busted play. He's rolling left. Still rolling, throwing. Knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Caleb Kennedy in the back of the end zone.
That play was messed up from the beginning.
Yeah.
And you took a timeout to run that play. That's inexcusable. 14 plays in that drive that took over 7 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, it was an impressive drive.
And you come away with nothing.
6-3, Plano with the lead over LP. 4:51 to go here in the 3rd. Now
Plano's pinned deep at their own 3, but wow.
So we'll see if the LP defense can stuff them here. And
with points at a premium, the way they've been tonight, you got to take it when you got a chance to tie the football game. You got to do it.
1st and 10, Plano, like Rick mentioned, they're backed up at their own 3-yard line. See if the Cavalier defense can come away with a turnover here. And they're going to hand it off to their fullback. Not much there.
Nothing. I think that was Cox.
And I saw Olivero in on the tackle for the Cavaliers. Seneca at the bottom of the pile again. 1 yard on that play by Cox, their fullback. Plano just looking for a little bit of breathing room here. And they didn't get much on that run.
LP's got to be ready on that sweep, too.
Yeah. See if they break it out here with Johnson.
They've run it mainly to the right side when they've run that sweep.
And Cox off the right tackle. He's got a first down.
Oh, boy.
He bursted through. He put Johnson in motion to get the attention of the LP defense, and Cox busted through out to the 16-yard line.
Gain of 11 on the play.
So definite breathing room now for the Reapers. 1st and 10 at their own 16. We're under 4 minutes to play in the third. Sycamore up 42-0 over Ottawa, as that game will be getting over quite quick with the running clock the entire second half. 1st and 10 for the Reapers, and there's your jet sweep with Johnson. And nice job by the Cavalier defense keeping them inside. And Johnson fell forward maybe for a yard or two at most.
Yeah, they've done a good job of containing that sweep since early in the game.
Hartman getting credit for the tackle for the Cavaliers. 2nd and 9. We're down to 3 minutes to play. LP had an impressive drive, but ends with nothing. And here come the Reapers, who got a big first down to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. 2nd and 9. Martinez is going to pass.
He's going to run it, and he's got some room.
Tucks it down, gets it out to about the 20-yard line, close to the 21.
Gain of almost 4 on the play.
Yep, it's going to set up a 3rd down at about 5 for Plano.
It's a big play for the LP
Huge
defense
play
right here.
Yep. Going to be about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter when this ball is snapped by the Reapers. 6-3 Plano. Almost have a feeling the next team who scores that
might do it. Yeah.
Might do it. Yep. If Plano can get a touchdown, it almost seems like an insurmountable lead at this point. 2 possessions. And 3rd and long, they're going to go back to the fullback.
Nothing there.
He might have fumbled it. He fumbled it, Rick. Let's see. Cavaliers have it.
Right up near the 20-yard line.
Cox fumbled it, and Danny Beavers recovered the fumble.
Big play of the game right there. No gain on the play by Cox, and he was just upended right at the line of scrimmage.
Tonight's turnovers are proudly sponsored by Beck's. Keep your car turning over with fuel from Beck's in Peru or LaSalle. And if you're hungry, try delicious Godfather's Pizza from Beck's in downtown LaSalle. A big fumble for the LP Cavaliers.
LP has no idea that the play clock is running right now, and it's already down to 10. They had their whole team over on the sideline. They're probably going to have to burn another timeout. Down to 4, and there's the timeout. Total oblivion by the sideline there.
So 1st and 10 for Cavaliers. They get the big turnover they needed. Brought to you by Beck's Oil, but the Cavaliers were late getting on the field for offense, and they're just outside the Edward Jones, Derek Brayton red zone at the 21-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Well, if they
LP
don't lose any yardage, they're already in field goal range for Seth Adams.
6-3 is the score. Plano with the lead, but LP causes a big turnover on a 3rd down run. Now, the running back was going to be short of the 1st down anyway, but a huge start to this drive at the 21 of Plano. LP is yet to find pay dirt tonight. Their lone score, a 38-yard field goal by Seth Adams. LP needs to take advantage of that big break on the fumble.
They need to just play some smash mouth football now and get the ball in the end zone.
LP's only got 1 timeout left in this game now. And Boudreau faked the handoff, throwing wide open. Pangersick stays in bounds. Look at him. 10, the big guy getting down about the 7. Great job by Mason Pangersick.
14-yard pickup by Pangersick, and LP's in business again, but they've been here before.
Looked like Mason was his momentum was gonna take him out of bounds, but he turned it inside.
Put on the brakes there.
Yeah.
come up with that one.
Nice play, a big play by Mason Pangrasek. He had some big catches in week 1 against United Township. And a real big catch there. First and goal, Cavaliers, as they are now in the Edward Jones, Derek Brayton red zone. First and goal, LP at the Plano 7. Boudreau, quarterback keeper. He's at the 5. Carries the defender down to about the 3-yard line. We'll take that. That's a gain of 4.
Again, LP was just there.
Yep, that's true.
You can't get too conservative when you get down there.
Second and goal at the Plano 3. A minute left in this third quarter. Can't afford to have any negative plays here.
Nope, no penalties.
Keep it moving forward, and at worst, you have a chip shot field goal here for Seth Adams.
Well, I like Zebron on a quick slant right here, don't you?
Instead, Boudreau's going to keep it. Nothing there.
Nothing.
Plano read that one. He lost a yard.
You can't go to the same well every time and expect to come away with cold water.
Tim Young with the tackle for Plano. Loss of 1. It's a third and goal now at the 4. And we'll see if LP gets a playoff or not. There's about...
I think if I'm LP, I don't.
Yeah, 6. It gives you time to talk about it. They're going to let this run down to be the end of the third quarter. Cavaliers deep in the Edward Jones, Derek Brayton red zone, but they're facing a third down. Third and goal when we come back. Fourth quarter coming up. It's going to be a wild ride here. 6-3 Plano over LP. 1 quarter to go on your home for Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO.
Zeros over there one-on-one.
Here's third and goal for LP. Boudreau hands off Romanoli. Brady didn't get in. He had
almost 2 yards short.
Had a Reaper a hold of him, and they're going to mark it just inside the 2. Fourth and goal. You got to kick this, don't you, Rick? I mean, you can't get empty-handed.
Can't come away. Well, sure doesn't look like it, does it?
No.
Well,
so
coach gets the credit or the blame on this one.
Fourth and goal for the second time tonight. LP second time in the second half. Plano stopped them the last time, and the Plano fans coming to their feet across the way.
Seneca now comes over to join Zebron on the left side.
Fourth and goal. Boudreau looking.
Nothing there.
Gonna run. Touchdown. He gets in.
He did a little stutter step. It looked like he was going to get sacked at about the 5. That's the second time in the last drive that he's made the play on his own. Not a lot of help there for him, but take it.
Heck of an effort by Boudreau. He just does get in on a fourth down. 2-yard touchdown run, 11-10 in the fourth quarter. For the first time tonight, that LP touchdown brought to you by Town & Country Services, doing whatever it takes 24/7. Plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. See everything they can do for you at townandcountryservices.com.
5 plays, 21 yards on the drive.
Here's the big PAT by Seth Adams, and it is good. So
that's into the West Clocks parking lot.
Yeah, that puts LP up by 4, so Plano needs a touchdown now to take back the lead. That extra point is sponsored by Financial Plus Credit Union. They belong to you, and that's the plus at Financial Plus in Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond. 11:10 to go in the ball game. For the first time tonight, the Cavaliers with the lead, 10-6 over the Reapers. So fourth down play, they went to their senior quarterback, Brendan Boudreau. He actually was looking to pass. I think pass first was the option
Yep,
there.
I think so. I think they were looking to Seneca, to tell you the truth.
So 10-6 now. The LP defense, see if they can come up with a big play. The biggest play of the game so far was that fumble, the fumble recovery by LP's Danny Beavers.
I want to say he had a fumble recovery a week ago, didn't he?
Yeah, Beavers has been a stalwart at linebacker. I would say he's a leading candidate for player of the game, as the defense has done pretty well here, giving up just the one touchdown tonight.
It wasn't last week. I think it might have been
the week before.
The week before that. Romanoli had an interception a week ago.
Yep. So let's see if Seth Adams. Oh, just outside the end zone, taking it to 3, the 5. That's Willie Johnson, 10, 15, 20.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy, 30, 40. He's down the sideline.
You won't catch him.
All the way to the house.
99 yards.
Wow.
Touchdown.
Willie Johnson, no flags on the play. I don't see any flags. 99 yards. They kicked it to the superstar. It was just, a yard short of being another touchback.
He actually fumbled it.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of rolling around at his feet. And I think it upset the timing enough where LP got out of their lanes.
You see that a lot when there's a kind of a fumble on a return or whether it's punts or kicks. And you're right, the players then kind of slow down.
Yep.
And then Willie Johnson got down the sideline and just used his speed to outrun all the LP defenders. And just like that, the Reapers are back in the lead, 12-10. Yep, they missed the first extra point, so they'll go for 2. And Martinez going to pass, throwing, knockdown. What a play. What a play by Noah Zebron. That's big. Keeps it a 2-point game. And with a kicker like Seth Adams, that's huge.
It does.
Nice play by Noah Zebron. But a 99-yard kick return by Willie Johnson. He's got both touchdowns for Plano, and not a single one of them was a rushing touchdown.
You're right.
A receiving touchdown and a kick return.
Shows you what kind of a talent he is.
12-10 LP as we keep it right here. Look and see for some scores. Some games probably getting close to being a final on this evening. For sure, Sycamore and Ottawa.
Yeah, that was a 30-minute second half.
That one was about over as soon as Sycamore
kicked off.
Safely got to Ottawa. No shame in that. Sycamore, I think, is third in Class 5A.
They are something.
Just the juggernaut once again. (12-10), Plano over LP. A lot of time, but LP's only got one timeout to use. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite him. A 99-yard kick return. That's got to be one of the longest plays at Howard Fellows history.
And he is just a blur, too.
Yeah.
You knew once he got the corner
and
he had one man to beat that it wasn't too likely you were going to get him.
So here we go. Let's see what LP can do on their kick return with Romanoli and Wheatley back. And it's going to be Romanoli at about his 17. Brady, 25. And runs into a couple players. Bounces off. 30,
Still going.
35. And a nice return by Brady Romanoli. Out to about the 39-yard line for LP.
So, again, good field position to start the drive for LP.
Final score, Sycamore 48-0 over Ottawa. The market at the 41, actually, so he got across the 40.
Now the officials are meeting on the sideline.
Checking the football.
I think LP was.
They're looking at the football.
They are.
We got a deflate gate here. Yeah, they're checking the football. Of course, each team uses their own footballs. Yeah. Apparently, the officials didn't like the football that LP was going to use. And
it's going to be at the LP 41 where they'll start the drive.
So they'll mark it at the 40, actually, right at the 40. A nice return by Romanoli. 10:46 to go for the Cavaliers. Their trail 12-10. Boudreau going to hand it off to Romanoli. Brady fumbles it.
Oh, boy.
The ball was stripped. LP looks like they got it.
I think Boudreau may have gotten it.
Yep. Actually, I think Romanoli.
He got his own.
Yep, they stripped it, and it's going to go for a loss of 1.
Loss of almost. Yeah, you're right. Oh, close to 2. But
that could have been a loss of possession,
yes.
So we'll take it. 2nd down and 11 coming up for LP.
Brady's had kind of the butterfingers
yeah,
tonight. He's had some problems on kick returns as well.
2nd and 11 Cavaliers. We're setting up for an exciting finish here tonight.
Needs some of that stickum on his hands.
4 receivers set for the Cavs. Handoff back to Romanoli off right tackle. Gets it out to about the 43, maybe.
But it's 3rd down and long.
To the just shy of the 44-yard line. Got about 5.
Gained 5, but after the loss on 1st down.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 now for the Cavaliers. Seth Adams checks into the game. Josh Seneca will check out.
LP has just been dismal on 3rd down conversions. They're 2 of 7.
Third and 6 for the Cavaliers. We're under 9.5 minutes to go. Straight drop back by Boudreau. He's got plenty of time. Now the pocket collapses. Evades a defender. Brendan going to tuck it and run. Dives ahead. He's good. Boy, it's going to be.
He reached that ball out. He's right at the sticks.
Yeah, it's going to be all about the mark.
But at the 50, even if they're short by inches, they'll probably go for it. They're going to say he got it.
Wow, what a big run. Brendan Boudreau got just enough.
Huge run there. That was all individual effort.
Yep.
He broke a tackle to get away from a sack and then made the run, took the hit, and was able to stretch that ball out just far enough to get it to midfield.
Clock stopped, 9:11 to go in the ball game. 12-10 Plano, but the Cavaliers with a 1st and 10 at midfield.
Clock down to 5.
Boudreau looking to pass, throwing over the middle, caught by Caleb Kennedy, and stiff arms a defender down about the 43-yard line, gain of 7.
Nice little comeback pattern right there.
Quick pass, Boudreau to Caleb Kennedy. And that moves the ball down to the Plano 43-yard line. Going to be about 8.5 minutes to go in this ball game. Brendan Boudreau brings in the play from Coach Medina.
He gets a marathon in just running to the sideline for plays every game. Figure this is the 41st play from scrimmage for LP.
Boudreau looking to pass, throwing out in the open, 1st down and more. That's Kennedy again, down inside the 30-yard line. Or no, it was actually Noah Zebron, number 1.
17-yard pickup for Zebby.
Big pass play. Boudreau zipped the ball to Zebron. Noah settled in at the 30. He got wide open and moved the chains. The Cavaliers 1st and 10 at the 30, and they're getting closer and closer to being in the field goal range.
12 first downs now for LP. Plano has just 1 first down here in the second half. So the LP defense has done their job. Now they got to put one in the end zone again.
Under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. 1st and 10. Boudreau hands it off Romanoli. Whoa, Brady was stood up. Gets about 2 on that carry.
He's not very tall, but he was running a little bit too straight up and down that time.
That was Cox, who's been a force on defense for Plano tonight at the linebacker spot.
Gain of a couple.
2nd down and 8 for the Cavaliers at the Plano 28-yard line. Clock ticking down under 7.5 minutes to play. 1 timeout for LP, 3 timeouts for Plano. Four receivers set once again for the Cavs. Boudreau going to pass. Brennan looking over the middle. Caught inside the 20. That's Zebron again. First down LP.
Needed 8, and that's about what he got right there.
First down and 10 LP at the 19-yard line. The Cavaliers back in the Edward Jones, Derek Brayton red zone. Living in the red zone in football is great, not so much in life. Let Derek Brayton with Edward Jones help move you to a financial touchdown. So another quick pass from Boudreau to Zebron. And the Cavaliers in Seth Adams' range now. But you don't want to still get too conservative and just bank on a field goal.
You want the field goal or the touchdown if you can get it. But you got to come away with points again, and now
Plano maybe call a time. Oh, they got another equipment issue, or maybe a player that maybe is bleeding a little bit. So their top defender is going to have to check out a play. Cox has been a standout as a linebacker.
He really has been.
So he'll sit out a play as he's getting looked at. So the clock back to running now. 6.5 minutes to go in this game. Boudreau, handoff, Romanoli, hit by the first guy, can't shake that defender, and he loses a yard.
See, they may have given him progress back near the line of scrimmage.
Second down, I'm going to say a loss of 1.
Yep, you're right.
Or at least a half yard, I guess. Second down and about 11 for the Cavs.
Well, all the carries tonight, except for one to Seth Adams, have been between Romanoli and Boudreau.
Yeah, that's it for the running game tonight. Yeah, you're right.
Nobody else has really even touched it. Kennedy on the wrong side of the field.
5 seconds to go on the play clock. And Zebron's going to get the handoff. Noah looking to turn the corner, cannot do so.
That timing on that play was messed up from the beginning.
Down to about the 17, so he got 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. Zebron's coming up with some big plays here on this drive.
Third and 8 coming up after the loss of 1 on first down. Big play again.
Yeah, and you got to think LP will go to the air, but if Boudreau doesn't see something, he's got to just throw the ball away, and then you kick a field goal here. Last thing you want is a sack or a turnover. We're going to run a little option with Boudreau.
Nice block on the side by Zebron.
Big block by Romanoli. And the pass incomplete. They were looking for Zebron. And the officials right away said the pass was incomplete.
Immediately, yep. So here comes the field goal unit.
Yep. So Seth Adams.
Yep, it's going to be around a 34-yard field goal, I believe. Someplace in that vicinity. From the left hash
mark, yeah. Yeah, going to be a 34-yarder. 4:55 to go. Hartman is the holder for the Cavaliers. Snap is down, the hold is good. The kick is up. Plenty of distance, it's good.
Absolutely drilled it. He had another 15 yards on that one if he needed it.
34-yard field goal with 4:51 to go in the ball game. Second field goal of the night for Seth Adams. And the Cavaliers regain the lead, 13-12 with 4:51 to go.
Now the defense has to do their job.
Yep. Well, and even before that, the kick coverage has to do their job here if they do get a return.
Seth gets all of this one. He needs to power it out of the end zone.
Yep. What a frantic finish here between LP and Plano. 13-12 with 4:50 to go. You cannot, if you don't get a touchback, you can't kick it to Johnson here.
Nope. Plano has all of their timeouts remaining, all 3. LP has just 1 remaining here. And 4:51 on the clock. So with the 3 timeouts, time is not a factor for Plano.
So it's a huge kickoff for Seth Adams. 13-12. Each team with just RLP with 2 field goals and a touchdown, and 2 touchdowns by the electric Waleed Johnson for Plano. It's kind of been Seth Adams versus Waleed Johnson here. And a little Brendan Boudreau sprinkled in. And the kick is way out of the end zone.
It was out of the end zone on the fly.
Huge for Seth Adams.
In fact, he almost kicked it through the uprights.
Almost went down through the tunnel. Superintendent Steve Robleski down in his area down by the 1 end zone. So Seth Adams continuing to come up big for the Cavaliers.
Robleski signaled a fair catch down there.
And Coach Jose Medina comes out in the field and gives his senior kicker a fist bump as he did what he needed to do there. And now it's up to the LP defense to come up big. 13-12. As Rick mentioned, Plano all 3 timeouts. The fullback, 30, 35, 40.
They may catch him.
50, 40, 35. Caleb Kennedy tracks him down. But he's all the way inside the 10-yard line. They go to Andrew Cox, the fullback. Kennedy, great hustle, brings him down at the 6.
74-yard run?
74-yard run by Andrew Cox. Wow.
Wow, was right.
4:39 to go. They're going to say he was, I guess, tackled out of bounds, so the clock stops.
Which may be a good thing for LP.
Yeah.
1st and goal from the 6.
Nope, clock is running now, so they're going to say he was in bounds. And Plano,
now they're saying stop the clock.
Let's see, is it an official's timeout, it would look like. Oh, another equipment issue as the player who had that big run, Andrew Cox, will check out for Plano and get a nice...
Probably needs a breather.
Yeah, gets a nice round of applause, as he should, from the Plano faithful.
Redeemed himself for the 15-yard unsportsmanlike earlier.
So 1st and goal, Plano at the Cavaliers 6-yard line. Plano's field goal unit hasn't looked all that great, so see if LP can stop him here. They hand it off to Johnson. He's hammered from behind.
Loss of about 3 on the play, and they had that one strung out.
Nolan Glenn absolutely obliterated the ball carrier for Plano, Waleed Johnson. Wow, what a hit by Nolan Glenn.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that one. They just took him down like a cowboy coming off of his pony to rope that calf.
And it's 2nd down and goal from the 9, though. And again, Plano, their one PAT attempt tonight was blocked. So starts getting really, really interesting here. Plano, I don't know how. Oh, and
they have to take a timeout.
Yeah, so
the play clock was going to run out.
Wow. So Plano's forced to use their first timeout of this second half. 3:49 to go. Check and see some scores while we have a break in the action. Princeton 42-0 over Orion.
That's kind of a surprise, I think. Not the fact that they're beating them, but they're beating them that badly.
St. Bede down big in the 4th quarter, 35-14 to Ridgewood. Again, Sycamore final, 48-0 over Ottawa. So here we go, 2nd down and goal for Plano, but they're pushed back to the 9. A loss of 3 on that play. And the play clock's running down here, Rick, for Plano, and they're still
in their huddle. I don't think they're aware of
assuming the play clock
is running.
is right. They're going to have to run up there and get this one off. Nope. The officials are going to say give more time.
They took another timeout. They just blew their second timeout.
Wow. Okay. That's huge. Plano had to take their second timeout. Both teams have had some.
That could play a role here before this is over, too.
So each team down to 1 timeout now with 3:49 to go.
And you can't even say that there's many of these that were very strategic.
No.
It was kind of like, we have to use one or we're going to have a penalty here.
Check my Maroons here as they were in a tussle with Quincy. Wow, what a game
State-rated
there.
Quincy, yeah.
34-27 with 8 minutes to go. Quincy over Moline. The Western Big Six. Let's see if we can get a Newman-Rocky score. It's kind of interesting with the 1A Power Newman taking on Rock Island. And whistles blowing here. Now what? They got another player with some kind of an equipment issue, or?
I don't know. Plano has had all kinds of problems with their equipment today.
Well, let's see. They're going to go over and talk to the Plano head coach, the referee. Going to be 2nd and goal at the 9.
Looked like they were talking to Waleed Johnson. The officials were. And now he's starting to walk towards the sideline. He comes back.
So here we go. 2nd and goal at the 9 for Plano. Under center is Martinez.
Be ready for Cox up the middle. There he is.
And they go to him, and he's got a full head of steam, but he's knocked back at about the 5-yard line.
So a gain of 4, and 3rd down coming up. Beavers again in on the tackle.
Oh,
too.
Cox comes up injured for Plano.
3rd down coming up.
So that'll stop the clock with an injury for their fullback, Andrew Cox, who's had a interesting night tonight.
Well, unless they burn a timeout, he'll have to go out of the game.
Yeah. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 5.
This could be cramping at this point.
Could
too.
be,
He's
yeah.
played a lot on both sides of the ball.
Take this opportunity check and see some more scores here. Again, Princeton beat Orion 42-0. Morrison over Erie Prophetstown 32-13. Rock Ridge beat Sherrard 31-28. At last check, Sterling, Newman, and Rocky were tied up 14 all in the 4th quarter.
Boy, Cox is still down, and he looks like he's in some pain right now.
Let's see if we can get a final on the Hall Mendota game.
Hall had a pretty significant lead in that one.
Yeah, they actually extended it. Last check, about a couple minutes left in the 4th, 34-7 Hall over Mendota. So Red Devils looking to get their 2nd win of the season. Again, 35-14 Ridgewood over St. Bede in the 4th quarter. Princeton got a win tonight. Sycamore beat Ottawa. As I can see, Bureau Valley was losing earlier to Kewanee. Kewanee winning 42-20 late in the game over Bureau Valley. Streeter was in action tonight against Mantino. Get a Bulldog score here. Mantino 32-18 over Streeter late in that one.
Your Cubbies trailing to the Diamondbacks 3-0 in the 4th.
They're starting to hit a little skid here.
They have.
When it's
Probably
only,
still going to get into the playoffs.
but you don't want to back in.
No, they don't.
So Cox gets a little assistance off the field. 3rd and goal at the 5 for Plano.
That's got to hurt them to not
yeah.
have him in this situation.
It'll be Caleb Lopez in at fullback now for Plano. And they go to Lopez. He breaks the first tackle, can't break the second. Nolan Glenn was hanging on to him. Big 53 for LP with a huge tackle.
No gain on the play, so 4th and goal from the 5.
Well, they actually,
Huge play.
They're going to say a loss of 1, Rick, back
they
to the
did.
6. Yep. Plano's going to try a field goal. Here we go.
Got to block this one if you can.
Yep. They had an extra point kick blocked earlier in the game.
Huge play. Angle to the right. They're on the right hash mark.
Number 33 is their kicker, Colby Brid, from the right hash mark. It's going to be a 27-yard field goal. The snap is down, the hold is up. Kick is look good. It is.
Just snuck it in the inside the left upright.
27-yarder. Wow.
Still some time for LP, though.
Yeah. So Bird with a 27-yard field goal for Plano. With 2:43 to go. 15-13. The Reapers now lead.
27 yards, I believe, was it not?
That's what I had, 27,
yeah.
Yep. So through 3 quarters, we had a 6-3 game, and neither team really lightened up the scoreboard in the fourth, but there's been 2 scores by each team in the fourth quarter.
This is a position now where those timeouts that LP had to use just to keep from getting delays of game are going to come home to roost.
So here we go. Let's see if LP can get another good return. Boudreau and Kennedy are back.
You remember Romanoli has had some issues handling kickoffs tonight.
Yes, he has. What a wild back and forth game here.
Yeah, it's turned out to be a good one. Excitement-wise, not necessarily well played.
15-13 Plano. Whoever wins this is going to feel very fortunate to escape with a victory here tonight.
They don't ask you how you got the win. They ask you how many you have at the end.
And we got another player with an equipment issue of some kind. So he's going to check out.
They're not messing around with him anymore. They're just saying, okay, get out. They've done it probably 7 or 8 times already tonight where Plano's had equipment issues.
Well, hopefully, Rick, that player who went out would have been the one to make this tackle. And
there you
go. With him gone, maybe Romanoli or Kennedy.
All you got to do is run it back to about the Plano 20. And run some clock from there.
So here's Bird with the kick for Plano. It's a pretty good kick. Romanoli caught it while backpedaling. Brady 25, and that's about all he got, 26-yard line.
But he held on to it, and LP's got some time to go here.
And Romanoli caught it while backpedaling. Didn't get catch with a full head of steam.
27-yard line here.
2:34 to go. Cavaliers at their own 27.
There you go. Going to button them up. It's Firehouse finish time. In the vernacular of Lanny Slevin.
Yeah, you used some big words right there, Rick, in that last 30 seconds or so.
It'd be even better if I knew what they meant.
4 receivers set for the Cavaliers. Boudreau in the shotgun. In motion is Wheatley. Boudreau with time, throwing out in the flat. It was caught by Wheatley. Yeah, it's a catch.
Well, probably would have been better off not catching it.
Only about a 4-yard gain. Oh, we got an injured player, and it's that same player again, Andrew Cox. That's a break for LP.
It is.
That they're able to stop the clock. Now the Cavaliers have to talk this and get ready to go.
Yep, because it'll start
as soon as they get back.
Right away.
So an injured Reaper down at about the 25-yard line. It was a 4-yard pass to Wheatley, Boudreau to Wheatley. As Andrew Cox, who's had a great game at linebacker and at fullback for Plano, maybe cramping up again.
Yeah, Mike's spine, yeah.
2:21 to go in this game. It's 15-13 Plano over LP. Some anxious moments here. Both sides of the football field, Plano and LP.
A lot of people have left early tonight.
Yeah.
Should have probably held on for a while.
It's just past 9:30 on this beautiful Friday night.
Still in the low 60s temperature-wise.
And the player's still down on the field. It'll be a 2nd and 7 for the Cavaliers.
A few college football scores for you. Air Force leads it over Utah State just starting the fourth quarter, 39-14. Maryland 42, Virginia 14. That's a final. Army 37, UTSA 29. That's a final.
Looks like Rock Island and Sterling Newman are headed for overtime at 14 apiece.
I just figured out that's University of Texas San Antonio.
I believe the Roadrunners, I believe, is their nickname.
That's a good name.
Yeah. Final score, Hall, 27-7 over Mendota.
Another in-state game tomorrow. Illinois State traveling to Eastern Illinois. My Redbirds are undefeated.
My Salukis with a win over Northern Illinois last week.
That's a good win for them.
Yeah.
Good program win. Although probably not one of the better Northern Illinois teams.
No. But I guess still an FCS school beating an FBS or whatever they call it.
Exactly.
So the player's still down and no signs of, you can see his leg moving around, but a lot of trainers out. Plano already has lost one player to an injury earlier in this game. So this again has brought the game to a halt.
To a screeching halt and the fans to a hush. And here comes the EMTs again.
Wow.
They've had a full night.
Unfortunately.
Come on, Carter, get the Kubota, baby.
It's 15-13 Plano over LP. With 2:21 to go, the Cavaliers will have 2nd and 6 at their own 31-yard line with one timeout to go.
See if they're going to bring the ambulance back again.
Yeah.
They had one player leave via ambulance tonight. Yep, ambulance is back out here.
Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic here at Howard Fellows Stadium.
We're trying to see what's going on down there, too.
Yeah.
We're not trying to avoid you folks at home by any stretch of the imagination. But we are pretty much sheltered from the injured player. We think it's Cox.
Yeah, it looked like to be he went down after the play was over. And didn't appear to be in on the tackle.
Apparently something more than the cramps that he thought he had earlier.
He's been battling through it tonight. Again, LP on the road next week against Morris. First road game since week 1 for the Cavaliers.
For the 3 people out there who care, the Twins are beating the White Sox right now in the bottom of the 9th, 10-2. White Sox mailed in the season about 2 months ago.
Morton rolling over Metamora 38-12.
And I say that because I'm a White Sox fan, unfortunately.
So Metamora won't be helping LP's resume
they will
tonight.
not.
Well, let's look at this one. I know Mount Carmel and St. Rita played each other tonight.
Jeepers.
Let's see. Caravan leading late in the third, 31-7 over St. Rita.
Rita's probably not the program that they once were.
No. And
they were once probably the program in the Chicago area.
Now I think it's Mount Carmel, them and Loyola.
Loyola Academy, you're right.
So a player for Plano still down on the field at the 25-yard line.
Some other baseball scores. Royals leading it over to the Astros, 3-1. That's in the top of the 8th. The Brewers lead it over the Nationals in the 9th, 5-3. Cardinals trail the Phillies 5-3. That's in the 7th. Giants and Rockies tied at 1 at the end of the 8th. Tigers lead it over the Angels in a battle of also-rans, 3-0 in the 4th. Told you the Cubs trailing the Diamondbacks in the top of the 5th now, 3-0.
And the Brewers are winning again, so
that's not.
They're looking to extend their lead in the Central.
They are.
There's a no-hitter going on in baseball tonight.
Is there?
Giants and Rockies. It's 1-1, so the Giants were able to score. That game is at the end of 8.
Wow.
The Giants are being no-hit, but the game is tied at 1. So must have had some walks in there.
Yep, errors maybe.
Yep. And now it looks like another Plano parent coming out on the field, which is never good.
No, it is not.
So we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to take an injury timeout as they bring a card out. It's 15-13 Plano, 2:21 as an injured Reaper is down on the field. Back with more coverage here on 103.9 WLPO after this. To tend to the injured Plano Reaper player Andrew Cox, who still has not gotten up off the field.
That's just not a good sign at all.
There's about 10 people gathered around him. Coaches for both teams, training staff from both teams, EMTs. And no ambulance yet. It looks like a police car that is.
Oh, is that the police out there? I saw lights. I thought it was
probably
the
we're
ambulance.
getting ready for traffic control once the game is over.
True.
So let's see.
'Cause we had one ambulance already take a player away, and may not be another one available right now.
So this game has come to a halt. Oh, they got the player up now, but they got him on the
putting him on the back of the cart.
Yep. So second player of the night now for Plano who's had to be taken off the field.
They're moving him very gingerly,
Yeah.
although the turf here at Fellows Stadium is about as smooth as the back of my hand, which is not very smooth.
So another big injury for Plano. As, we'll see if they call another ambulance to the stadium here.
Looks like they're going to give the players a minute or two just to stretch themselves back out after standing around for probably, 15 minutes or so?
So a lengthy injury timeout. There's 2:21 to go in this ball, and here comes the ambulance. So, another player. Second player, unfortunately, being taken away.
Rough night.
Yep. So here we go. As the crowd on each side tries to get themselves back in this one. The players try to get themselves revved back up. 2nd and 6 LP at their own 31-yard line. Boudreau, Romanoli in the backfield.
Clock is rolling.
Brennan's going to pass. Under pressure.
Got to get rid of the
Throws
ball.
it away, and there is a receiver in the area.
Boy, that was fortunate.
Yep.
He was being spun down and had the presence of mind to flip it towards the sideline, and LP had a receiver there.
It was Zebron who was in the area.
Avoiding a big loss.
But it is a third down now.
Third down coming up. This is huge.
3rd and 6 for LP.
Obviously, LP will have to go on 4th down now the rest of the way, which is 2:07 to go.
4 receivers for the Cavaliers. And a timeout taken by?
I think it's by Plano.
Is it another equipment issue of some kind?
Somebody need to have a
not
donation for their equipment.
I don't know what the issue is, but so that stops the game momentarily. 3rd and 6 for the Cavaliers. In motion is Seth Adams. Boudreau looking, throwing over the middle. Almost intercepted. It went out of the hands of Caleb Kennedy, and almost picking it off for Plano was Noah Urich. And LP
dodges a bullet 2 plays in a row, and now on 4th down and 6, they have to get a first down or the game's over.
They're at their own 31-yard line. They only have 1 timeout. So Rick said it best. If they don't get this first down, it's over. They can only stop the clock once.
And again, very slow getting the play in here.
10 seconds on the play clock. Down to 5. They send a player in motion. Here we go. 4th and 10. Boudreau throwing out in the flat to Adams. And he does not get it. Whoa, boy, it's going to be a hometown spot here.
This is really
close.
He dove forward, but I thought his knee touched down about a yard back. Now they're going to probably take a timeout for measurement.
Wow, they're right at the 37-yard line. Wow, it's coming down to literally a game of inches here. Somebody's going to be upset after this.
I still think LP's short by about the length of the football here.
The chain
I hope
gang.
not, but
first time this year the chain gang has been called upon, Rick.
Yes.
And this is huge, needless to say.
It's the sound of the men working on the chain gang.
Did LP get a favorable spot?
They did not get
They did. First down, Cavaliers.
The way Plano initially reacted, I think they thought he was short.
So the Cavaliers get the spot, and they got to come out ready to go here.
Yep.
Great effort by Seth Adams to get enough for that first down.
He's making a bid for the player of the game here. I don't think there's much doubt.
4 receivers for the Cavaliers.
Clock is running. You got to go.
In motion is Wheatley. Boudreau back to pass. He has time. Throws with the middle. Caught by Caleb Kennedy. First down at midfield. Clock will stop.
13-yard pickup.
Caleb Kennedy. First down catch from Boudreau. The clock will run once the first down marker, the chains are set. First and 10 at the 50. Clock going now.
Got to get to about the 25-yard line.
Back.
Have a chance for a field goal.
As time throws, overthrows Seth Adams, incomplete at about the 45-yard line. 1:23 to go here in this ball game.
If you can get to the 30, you'll have a 47-yard attempt. Now, a couple times that Seth Adams has kicked the ball, he's had plenty of leg for that distance. But you still have to get there, and you got 20 yards just to do that with a minute 23 and 1 timeout.
Well, the officials are looking up like at the Plano.
The football
went
under the far side bleachers.
All right, that's a boy that I saw them looking towards the Plano stands. I didn't know if somebody got unruly or what, but wow, the ball went under the bleachers. So here we go. Second and 10 at the 50.
I like the little slant patterns that seem to have been open.
Boudreau straight drop back. He's in trouble, and he's going to be brought down.
Oh, that's huge.
And it takes them a while. They're going to use their final timeout, or they're going to keep it going here.
I think you got to keep it going.
It's going to be 3rd and long. Boudreau took a sack, a loss of 2. Now it's 3rd and 12. We're under a minute to go in the ball game.
Taking too much time.
Boudreau, straight drop back. Throwing deep, looking for Seth Adams. Caught! Touchdown LP! Touchdown LP!
From 48 yards away, that was just a straight post pattern by Seth Adams. Probably the best athlete on the field out there today. And he just took it to the house.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Is there a flag? Oh, just a sideline
warning. LP a little excessive celebration. Not a penalty, just a warning. 48 yards on the fly.
We had a perfect vantage point, Rick. We saw Seth Adams just turn on the burners and went right down the heart of this football field, and a great throw by Brendan Boudreau, catching Adams in stride. 48-yard touchdown pass, 45 seconds left, and LP now leads. Rick, why don't you go for 2? There's no reason to go for 1.
Exactly.
There's nothing to gain by going for 1 here if you're LP.
You're right.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Somebody missed
this one.
And
they kicked an extra point.
Means nothing.
A meaningless extra point, as it is. It is a Financial Plus Credit Union extra point. They belong to you, and that's the plus at Financial Plus and Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond. That 48-yard touchdown pass, by the way, of course, another Town and Country Services LP Cavalier touchdown.
And Adams, I think, just sealed up his Player of the Game award right there.
Yes, I would say so. With 45 seconds to go, what a wild 4th quarter, and the Cavaliers now lead 20-15. Seth Adams.
73-yard drive right there by LP.
This quarter alone, Seth with an extra point, a 34-yard field goal, and a 48-yard touchdown pass.
8 plays, 73 yards. And now the fact that Plano has had to blow some timeouts could come home to roost. Very important kickoff here, though, by Adams. He really needs to get this into the end zone.
You think he's got a little adrenaline going right now?
I would think so.
Let's see if he can put it all into his right foot here. And another brief stoppage here. The officials and players are kind of standing around.
Nobody's got a football again.
And the LP needing the football again? The one officials.
Oh, the ball was kicked by Adams into the night someplace, and LP has run out of footballs.
LP Superintendent Steve Robleski looks like he's springing into action down there.
There's at least 2 that he's kicked.
I
don't think they've been found.
Looks like they're sending a student or a player out to get it. Yeah,
he's got to find it first in the dark over there.
They're sending some students and injured players out. It's like being at a baseball game where you're trying to get the foul ball.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Now they need a football, and they're looking in the parking lot along 7th Street.
Tell me that you don't have more than 2 footballs at LP? The football parents club better have a fundraiser.
Well, we got a football on the field, Rick.
Wow. This game has come to a screeching halt here in the last half hour.
I say in between the long stops, there's been some exciting football.
There has, here in the second half in particular. Here we go.
Big kickoff here. The whistle blows. And it's not going to be a touchback.
Yep. From the 10.
10, 20, 25.
Good
big
coverage,
tackle
though, by LP.
Yep, they look like Will Murtis on the coverage, number 19, with a big open field tackle for the Cavs.
Back at about the 23-yard line or so. That's where Plano will take over with 1 timeout and 0.2 of a second inside 40 seconds to go.
39.8. Where is number 6? If you're LP, you got to watch number 6 here.
Yep, especially with Cox not in there.
Yep. Martinez drops back, rolling right. Looking, throwing, almost intercepted. Nice job, Brennan Boudreau.
Boudreau was there. He saw the play all the way.
Yep.
Made a break on it late and just knocked the ball away. Good, clean play, too. No contact.
He was looking for Waleed Johnson, and Boudreau from his safety position came up and knocked it away.
Down to 34.6 seconds. Still a long way to go.
Yep.
If LP doesn't allow a big game-breaking play, I think they're going to come away with a win here.
20-15 LP with 34.6 to go. High snap to Martinez. He corrals it, throws over the middle. Caught at the 35. He's at the 40, tackled from behind by Boudreau. But a first down throw, and that was caught by number 24, Tristan Mazzaros. He is out to the 43 of Plano. They have 1 timeout left. There's 26 seconds to go. So Mazzaros, a big catch for Plano. Clock's running. And that's going to force Plano to take a timeout, their last one.
Final timeout, that's huge.
Yep. 18.1 to go in the ball game. Plano out of timeouts. If you're LP, you got to guard the sidelines here because Plano's going to try to get out of get a catch and try to get out of bounds.
You want them to catch it right in the middle of the field if they catch it at all. 18 seconds is not a lot.
20-15, LP with the lead over Plano.
And I don't think that Bird has the kind of leg that Adams does.
No, he made a big field goal earlier.
He made one, just barely snuck it in the left upright, but that was a 27-yarder, and I'm not sure his range is a lot farther than that.
So LP can't give up the big play here.
Exactly, which they kind of just did. That was a 20-yarder.
Yeah, kind of the keep everything in front of you approach right here.
Yep.
On defense.
You'd like to keep them from getting a first down on the first play.
Yeah.
To keep the clock running if it's a completion.
18 seconds to go in this one. Martinez in the shotgun. They're going to roll Waleed Johnson out in the flat. Martinez was hit as he threw. It's incomplete.
Good job by the LP front. They did not bring anybody extra.
No, it looked like it was Seneca and Ty Terzic putting the pressure on. Martinez was hit as soon as he threw, and the ball just wobbled incomplete.
Took 4 more seconds off the clock. 14.2 to go. And again, no timeouts left for Plano.
.2 seconds to go. LP up 20-15. Plano needs a touchdown to win. Martinez back to pass, throwing deep. Looking for Johnson. It's incomplete. Will Murtis with the coverage.
He was out of bounds anyway. Had he caught it, I don't think it would have counted.
They aired it out. That one took, almost 8 seconds off the clock. So they really just have one more play left right now.
You almost have to throw it as far as you can and hope for a pass interference or something.
I mean, you gotta throw it to number 6 somehow, right? Or try to get it to him.
Boy, you'd sure think so. Had to get him the ball in space. If that was me, that's what I'd be doing.
Yeah. 20-15 LP looking to hang on to this one. A late substitution. Oh no, Danny Beaver's just coming over to get further instructions from his middle linebacker spot. Oh, LP jumped. Oh, no.
Or I'm not sure if they jump. Now you got an unsportsmanlike against LP.
Whistles were blowing. Uh-oh.
I think that was Seneca who hit the guy on the outside, number 1.
So was it offside or was it a false start?
I think it was a false start.
Okay, so that
Armando Martinez is the one who took a blast from Seneca.
Yeah, the quarterback.
The play was blown dead, and Seneca, way after the whistle blew, just hit Armando Martinez right in the middle of the chest and sent him flying.
2 different officials threw a flag.
So LP, who'd done a much better job here in the second half, now just gets for lack of a better term, a boneheaded penalty right there.
Yeah, it's going to be a 15-yard mark-off.
And now brings
So it was a
Plano
false start.
It was a false start, so it's a 5-yard walk-off against Plano, then 15 yards against LP.
Yeah. So Plano will still have only really one chance of this, but it's now at the LP 47.
Yeah, they'll get a first down.
Yeah.
Nope, they will not, actually.
Just short.
Looks like they're just short. Nope, they're going to give them a first down. Automatic first down. And 10th first down for Plano. LP has 15. Umbrella defense time. LP's way deep in the secondary.
6.9 to go in this game. Kennedy under pressure, and he was going to be sacked.
That should be intentional grounding.
How is that not a flag? That game, they're going to say the game's over? There's no time left in the game.
I think they're going to rule it a sack and say the clock just ran out.
I mean, it's got to be intentional grounding if they're not going to say.
I think they're going to call him down. They're saying his knee was down.
And we don't know. Yeah, there's no time on the clock as the officials discuss this, as Martinez was going down and just flipped the ball.
If LP can just decline the penalty, and I think the game will be over.
Right.
Game is over. They've just picked up the flag.
Let's go.
That's it.
I think you call it a sack, I guess.
Yeah.
A loss of about 3 or so on the play, and that'll do it.
So the Cavaliers hang on to win it.
That's called survival.
Wow. 20-15. They score 17 points
in the final period
in the fourth quarter to win 20-15.
Wow.
And we're going to take our final break. We'll come back. We'll sort everything out. We'll come up with a drive of the game, a player of the game, go through some final numbers. The Cavaliers hang on to win 20-15 to move to 3-1 with a victory over the Reapers.
My mom is Salle Ellen Creedy. She has taught us to be helpful, kind, and to support our community whenever we can. When she went out on her own, she just wanted to help everyone she could. Her promise is to save her clients the most, whether you're the one buying or selling. She'll be there from the beginning all the way to the closing. If you are looking for a place or are ready to sell, make the right move and call my mom, Salle Ellen, at Blackhawk Brokerage. Go Cavs!
Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle's a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a three-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
Jeremy Aiken and Rick Sipovic back at Howard Fellows Stadium as we catch our breath. 20-15, the Cavaliers post a win over the Plano Reapers.
Pass me a towel, would you?
I know.
I'll towel myself off. Wow.
Here's the scoring summary. Waleed Johnson got the scoring going in the first quarter, a 13-yard touchdown catch. The kick was blocked. And then Seth Adams kicked a 38-yard field goal with 26 to go in the first half. It was 6-3 at the half. No scoring in the third, but what a wild fourth quarter. Boudreaux got things started with a 2-yard touchdown run about a minute in. The kick was good. The ensuing kickoff, a 99-yard kick return by Waleed Johnson. The two-point conversion failed. At about 4:50 in the game, Seth Adams booted a 34-yard field goal to give the Cavaliers a short-lived lead as Bird for Plano then kicked a 27-yard field goal at 2:40 to go. And then the biggest play of the game, no doubt, a 48-yard bomb from Boudreaux to Adams. 45 seconds to go in the game. Seth Adams added the PAT. Cavaliers defense hangs on with a frantic finish at the end and win 20-15. There was one big turnover tonight. Big turnover that led to an LP scoring drive. Danny Beavers with a fumble recovery in the fourth quarter that gave LP some great field position. And that's the scoring and turnover summary as LP wins 20-15. I'll turn it over to my partner Rick Sipovic with some final stats.
Brendan Boudreaux on the evening, 21 carries, 65 yards to go along with 11 of 18 passing for 136. Also, Brady Romanoli, 14 carries, 52 yards. LP, 257 yards of total offense on the game. Pass receiving, Seth Adams, the leading receiver.